we are going to be taking a look at the Reykjavik Bridge Festival, which is going on currently in Reykjavik, Iceland. And there's going to be, I think, 3 sessions of pairs. There's one set today because it's like evening for them over there. And then 2 sets tomorrow. And then there will be a giant Swiss event over the weekend. I am hoping that I will be here for all, or most of it. But I guess that might just depend on my sleep schedule. But yeah, it should be good. Supposedly there are some really strong players and teams. I mean, we do see Turrier trying to get more familiar with pronouncing some of these European names, but it's a little bit more challenging than I might have asked for. But so a very strong player from Norway we saw on the silver medalists in the Bermuda Bowls, playing with a new partner that I haven't seen before. And we have cards. Excellent. So, for pairs, I don't actually know how the view graph is going to be set up. I'm not all that familiar with this tournament at all. Like, I don't think I've ever played in it. And not exactly sure how it's going to be run. So maybe we'll get one table, or maybe we'll get multiple tables available. We can see in between rounds. Because I'm guessing we'll probably get kicked out. We do have a ViewGraph operator. It looks like it is live. Our Portuguese operator here, Ricardo, helping us out. North opens 1 spade. 15 count over there. If that was a minor suit, we would definitely see a 1-no opener. Or 15? 16 count. We'll get there soon. 3 clubs by East. It is a 7-card club suit if you just count the number of cards that you hold. But I think a lot of people...
Hey, sorry, see you sign on.
Hello. Yeah, so we're on in... I don't know how many tables there are, but I'm at Turrier Oz table, the Norwegian. Negative double by South. I mean... It's a little bit thin in terms of high cards, but you do have that King Doubleton of Spades in support of partner's opening suit, which is kind of nice. And the 5th heart, of course, helps out a little bit as well. So North has a bit of a decision.
I think also if South was 2-5-3-3, the double might be less attractive, but here, where he knows if partner has like 3 clubs, they're going to check it out, and that could just be a disaster. I think that that makes a more attractive act.
Yeah, although that kind of shape doesn't play all that well, right? I mean, maybe it would play well in 3 no trump from partner's side, but in 4 hearts, you're going to give up a club ruff, and the 5-3 heart fit might not necessarily be good anyway. Or
yeah, that's true.
So, what does North do? It almost feels like the bid I want to make is 4 clubs, like pick a major. But is that too much?
Is that what it means? I mean, I think when you hold the North hand and partner makes a 3-level negative double, you have to commit to game, right? You can't just bid 3 spades on that hand. You do the same thing with an ace less.
Yeah, but I mean, like, could 3 no be the right game?
Yeah, I think that's the alternative. Although again, partner has a spade on her, and your suit isn't anywhere close to ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be thinking about this for at least a little while, though. This is, as you say, a pretty complex decision. Yeah.
Okay, 4 hearts. I don't know who North is. Are you familiar
yeah,
with
nor do I.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, South, of course, is a Bermuda Bowl winner, I believe.
They finished second. They were Norway, lost to Switzerland.
Oh, I don't mean the most recent one.
Oh, not most recent, but
Bermuda Bowl winner.
Yeah, okay, that's very possible. But yes, obviously, fairly strong player. So four hearts by North, how is this gonna do? I mean, a club, a diamond, and a trump off the top. Looks like that might be it, because Declare can effectively just rough the spade suit good, and West can take their natural trump trick eventually.
So, suppose, let's see. Can they make it awkward if West wins and switches to a diamond and then doesn't overrough in, you know, when Declare plays the rest of spades roughing, West pitches?
I mean,
Declare's kind of, well, I guess you can't knock out both entries of the North hand. You have to knock out both the club and the diamond.
yeah, so Declare can kind of counter whatever West returns. I mean, West will return a minor suit, and Declare can win, and then pull two rounds of trumps with the King, Queen of Hearts, and then go King of Spades, Spade to the Ace, Spade rough, returning back to hand with the Heart Ace to pull, well, a third trump and then run the spades, and he'll still have a minor suit entry. Now, it's not.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a guarantee that that's the line of play Declare will take. But I think I say this a lot because it tends to be true. The preemptor did not lead a side suit, so it's very likely that they're short in trumps.
Well, hang on a second though. Suppose suppose West shifts to a diamond now.
Yep.
Well, now you're threatening to take long diamond winners if Declare does that, right? Because he can rough in on the fourth spade and have a diamond to cash.
Oh, okay. I see the dilemma. Yes.
I mean, you switch to a diamond.
Yeah,
Like you
Declare
can
can
duck
counter
it and
this.
then win and draw one trump and play to rough diamonds instead of roughing the spades. Good. Does that work?
Sure, I don't think that's a realistic line of play, though. I'm thinking of, I mean, myself and Declare are probably thinking about how to set up the spade suit.
I would think, yeah. But if they switch to a diamond and the trumps break badly, then um, then you're gonna run into the problem I just mentioned.
Hmm. Oh, you know what? It is worth mentioning that this is pairs. I was thinking about this as like a team event because that's what I'm used to watching on ViewGraph. But yeah, it is pairs at the start. Um,
Nonetheless, if you're in this four-hour contract that you feel like you've done pretty well to reach, you're not worried about match point considerations. You just want to go plus.
well, this is true, but also, like four spades feels like a much better spot on our cards.
That's true, right? We're just going to lose a diamond, a club, at least one spade, but that's it. Possibly two spades, right? Because those could be raking badly on the spinning.
Yeah, although like if hearts are splitting, then we might be able to pitch our diamond loser in a spade contract, so we lose no
Right.
diamonds. Okay, well we did get the queen of diamonds switch. Now East has blocked the diamond suit. Hey, shift.
Hello.
Um,
So he's probably going to expect that. Yeah, as you say, he is going to King Queen of Trump's plan. Like he probably thinks that Jack of Hearts is a true card, but there's not much he can do about it.
yeah, although now I think we're down if. Okay, well, East did not unblock the Diamond King. I mean, maybe unblocking the Diamond King is like a difficult play to find, but
I mean, is it that difficult? West it shift to the Queen.
yeah. Again, I'm not that familiar with some of these players. I have been told by a spectator that the top pairs are going to be at this table, the VuGraph table. So as the match or as the session unfolds, we will only be watching the strongest pairs play, which is kind of neat. I don't know how they arrange that, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, my guess would be that they just like it's not going to be a movement to the view graph table. They've just decided in advance who's going to be on view graph each round, and they like tap them on the shoulder and say go over to that table. Like I don't think the movement flows through the view graph table. I think it's just round by round they tell what players to go to view graph.
Yeah, but now I'm wondering because isn't this? I mean, I don't know if unfair is the way to put it, but it adds another element to the game if you know that you going to ViewGraph means you're having a really good game.
Well, I mean, they could have just decided at the start of the session what pairs to feature.
That's possible too.
I think that's a little easier to organize too, rather than like look round by round at the barometer. Although maybe there is a barometer, and then anyway, like bright barometer events are pretty common everywhere but the ECBL.
Yeah, that's true. All right, board two. Well, we get. So, I mean, Four Hearts Making is probably a decent result. It does look like four of either major was going to be probably 10 tricks.
Yeah, I mean that. The Kibitzers or the ViewGraph operator, whatever, is saying that unblocking the Diamond King was good enough. So I
It
don't know whether it's true or
was.
not.
Yeah, I mean, it was when Declare pulled a second trump. But Declare
Right,
didn't have to touch trumps after the Singleton Jack came up.
right.
Okay, well, this is a match point bid maybe on North.
Imps too, I think, right? Especially, you know, with two aces, where it's gonna be hard for them to know you with the two level. I mean, obviously your spade suit sucks, but you know, I think a lot of players would do it at any form of the game.
Yeah, now, I mean, obviously East West would have preferred to go after this if they
Right.
could. Um,
Yeah, I mean, it turns out, of course, if they do North South don't have a run out in three of a minor, but they're possibly just gonna be happy that North South are in a silly contract in this week 5-1 fit.
yeah, that's true. Some of the field might not balance on North's hand, and then you wouldn't be offering up plus 200 or whatever it's going to be. Nine of Spades gets
Yeah.
covered by the Jack is a little interesting.
So in fact, I was looking. So from East-West point of view of match points, they're in a pretty good spot, right? Because on a heart lead, with South having both diamond entries, one no trump, I don't think maybe it'll make, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good as defending two spades.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, East West are going to be thrilled to go plus on this one. Hey, Steph,
Yeah,
how's it going?
they might feel like they need to be plus 100 to be sure they're getting a good result compared to 90, but whatever it is, they'll be pretty happy.
Yeah,
Here,
but I mean, it's
I'll
going to
keep the
be more
start.
than 100, right? Like,
Oh, but I'm saying like their goal is to get at least 100.
yeah.
Like anything on top of that is great, but 100 I think is the number where they're sure they have a good result.
Thanks. I got my haircut like an hour ago. My barber took like an hour and 40 minutes to give me a haircut, which I don't know how I feel about that length of time spent, but it was okay. It came out good.
You were in the chair for almost 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
What?
It was, well, yeah. Look, things happen a lot slower in the South than they do in other areas. Uh,
All right, so here, this is. Let's see. So they don't have the Donnelly thing. They can draw trumps now by playing a heart to west, but their side suits aren't set up.
oh, man. the 10 of diamonds back would have been interesting. They might have gotten another trick, even though it gives up the jack of diamonds to declare. But um,
Yeah, here. Well, actually, yeah, I guess they're they can never get him more than 2 at this point, but they do need to play this club now to get it to.
Yeah. I mean, still, 200 is always a nice result at match points. Getting,
Oh, that's right. North South are vulnerable, so yeah, even down 1 was fine, but down 2 will be huge.
yeah. Were you not looking at the vulnerability, thinking
I
about the
was not looking at
balancing
the
decision?
vulnerability.
yeah. The
No, I saw for the balancing decision, but I was like, I wasn't, quite thinking about how many points that meant.
so
Yeah, so North South. At some tables probably would be able to actually find hearts because that East hand might not be a no trump opening at every table.
what did East have? East had King of
I think it was a
Spades.
17 count with King Queen 10 9 for the diamonds.
Oh, is this 17 count? I didn't
I think
count. I just
so.
assumed they had a normal one no opener. well,
I think they did, right? They had yeah, 17.
yeah, but that's not normal. that's
I'm saying, I think if they're playing like 15 to 17 and no adjustments, you open an O Trump, but at most tables they'll open either a balanced club or a diamond, and maybe South will act, and if they don't, it's so much better for North South.
yeah, true. All right. Well, so
Actually, yeah. I don't mind one no Trump 15 to 17. Like, yeah, the hand's pretty good, but yeah.
yeah. Well,
You have 2 jacks.
board 3. So okay, I have no idea how many boards we're actually playing, but I'm guessing it's going to be 3 board rounds as it usually is.
I bet it's not actually, because it looks like the set goes from 1 to 32.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're not playing 32 boards, are we?
Oh,
What also I'm hovering over results. We have results from the other table.
oh, it's funny.
I don't believe some of these results, but
You don't think?
I don't think 6 clubs east west is the score. Steph has been knocking the ace jack tight on the previous hand is not a good holding, and look what it's doing for west here. They just have 3 natural club tricks east west. Your spade goes away. Yeah,
You
maybe
don't think
think
board
about
2
that
is
next
5
time.
diamonds doubled by West?
Probably not. A heart 2 no. 3 clubs. Looks like we have a little bit of artificiality going on because, I mean, in standard Jacoby, 3 clubs would show shortness.
Yeah, my guess would be that that is not what happened. Um, if you know limit plus and 3 clubs minimum acceptance is my guess.
Yeah, that's pretty
3
popular.
hearts, like, nothing else to do. Yeah, I think with Franco and Dana these days, we play 3 clubs is that, but 3 diamonds is. I don't remember if it's always a void or if it's like some number of hand types, one of which is a void. I think it might either be like balanced extras or any void.
Sure.
I review my notes at some point.
What?
4
I
hearts.
I feel like East West need to have a talk after this one, just based on the explanations given. But it's okay. They do get to 4 hearts. We get the King of Spades lead.
Oh, 3 hearts. Yeah. 3 hearts to play is clearly not. I mean, it's possible that 3 clubs did reject, but it's like the kind of thing where it's like you reject and then raise yourself to game to, to sort of be like, well, I was accepting, but I really didn't want to hear another word out of partner with the limit race.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a fairly quick making 5, right? I don't think they're going to take that heart finesse.
Well, I mean, you can make 6.
You can make 6. Oh, because the club is Doubleton. Wow,
Yeah.
good point.
So Ace of Hearts, the 10 from North, Heart to the King probably. I think we play the king here. I mean, the king of spades, it's not always going to be from length, but I think it's more likely to have length than not.
Yeah, I think just as general principle, you need more reason than just the guy made some opening lead to reject this finesse, I think.
Wait a second. My argument was for taking the finesse there. Let me let me rephrase that.
Oh,
Um,
you think you should take the finesse? I think that's crazy.
no. But it's north is more likely to be short in hearts than south. I think based on the opening lead, but he
I
does.
mean, that's true, but like you still don't know that much, right? Really, you only know about one other card in the hand. I mean, it's probably not King Queen Doubleton or whatever because you know, because I think the auction came up, but I think it's a very, very thin inference to think that it sways you enough to take that finesse.
Yeah, actually, maybe it should go the other way. North didn't overcall spade um,
Right.
over a heart at favorable, given that we've already seen North bid two spades balancing on ace 10 fifth.
Mm,
Okay, well,
yeah.
Declare has kind of failed to take the maximum here. It's definitely low percentage that you pick up King Doubleton of clubs on side, but it would have worked out on this hand.
Right. Yeah, I think if he had a 4-4 diamond fit, then he might be worried about a rough. But here, I think he just didn't see the extra slight chance here. Like there's no technical reason to reject that line of play that I can see.
I mean, I guess hearts could be 4-0, so you have to start hearts with the 8 or the ace.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, at imps, I totally agree. Maybe at match points, like that is still more likely than King Doubleton of clubs on side.
yeah, not sure.
Yeah, would be curious to see the frequency charts at some point if we can for some of these boards.
Why are the names? Oh, that's a fair question. Yeah, in the there's a lot of stuff going wrong with the scoreboard over here on the right side. Like Kare Bogo, um, the accented letters are just question marks on my screen. Maybe I need to get like
Yeah,
the European plugin.
yeah, it's weird that it's right on the current board, but was screwed up on the previous ones.
Yeah. Okay, North does not open in the second seat. So East decides that in third seat, now's as good a time as any to bid three small. Uh,
Yeah, and I'm not a huge four card major guy, but I really do not like one club compared to one heart on that hand.
so South does overcall spade, just trying to one up partners two spade balance on board two with a even weaker suit.
And it turns out this opening bid is going to be fine for East West, right? Because West now has an easy club raise, and they'll do okay there.
It's a shame that North didn't have like a responsive double available, maybe over two spades.
Yeah, and East West are going to do quite well here with you take four spade tricks. The Heart King is on side. Clubs are good enough.
Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely pick up the spades after the overcall. So
Right, and with a nine dropping, you don't even need to get back there to finesse the eight.
it's the lead directing one club opening. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked out so well if West was on lead against something, but fortunately for East West, they were able to steal the contract this time. I wonder how north south are supposed to get to diamonds on this one because
I mean, I guess we won't have any other tables to look at, but honestly, I think for most, uh, for most pairs, it would just be too tough.
yeah.
Like maybe North could bid Duno Trump saying something, but I think Rose pairs would be a spade raise, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't double. Like three diamonds would be insane. I mean, you could open two diamonds, but this pair almost certainly can't because I'm sure it would be multi or two suited. And even if you could, like, really, would you? Second C vulnerable?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I think like yeah, the I think even if it starts like a heart, well, I guess let's start a heart, a spade, two spades. So you're in the same position. Only use Western now in a worse spot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe not. Like three hearts is probably fine, right?
Three hearts. Wow.
Well, I think if you said open one heart, that's where they would get. Right? Wouldn't it go the same way? A heart, a spade, two spades?
Oh, sure, but I mean, is three hearts actually fine? I don't know. Anyway,
I
we're in
mean,
three clubs. I think Declare should be putting up the king here. They took the hook,
mhm.
but
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? Like, I guess there's no way South has the queen, but there's also no way the South has four clubs.
yeah. Wow, that was an insta duck by South. I mean, it probably should. I guess you know that winning the club
Yeah,
ace doesn't help, but
right.
still,
Yeah, and of course he's looking at dummy, so he knows that partner Spade Rough is gone once he didn't lead it at trick one.
yeah.
I guess
Well,
unless this East could have a Doubleton club, but there was no alert.
yeah, Declare is going to have a pretty easy time now. South just needs to rough in on the third heart to get their diamond, or else it will go away. So this should be 10 tricks. I imagine a nice result for East West. How are you not running the Queen of Hearts here? Well, we know where the club ace is, and we know the spade split, and we know the Queen of Spades is on side. So, like, this is totally safe. Um, I don't think it matters if we run the Queen of Hearts immediately or not.
Sorry, someone sent me an email I need to respond to very quickly.
Sure.
Doesn't look like there's much left of this hand, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nine of Hearts. Now South's going to look very foolish for not winning the club ace earlier and switching to diamonds.
Yeah. I think this was always making four, right? And they're going to lose two clubs, a diamond, and that was kind of it.
Well, not it's not over yet.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason
I
not
mean,
to rough with the ace because dummies face up. Like if partner has the 10 of I mean it's not like oh wait, no, partner could just like have the 10 of hearts and then we would be and Declare has the
Eric
diamond
Nolan
ace.
hoping to squash the 10 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think, like, probably you're just supposed to play for normal things to be happening, but Declare's play would have been the same from Ace Jack 9 fourth, I think.
No, there's no way, right? There's no way Declare would play it this badly if they had Ace Jack 9 fourth of hearts. Okay, no. I'm off it. You got to rough with the club ace. This isn't even a decision. I mean, unless you really don't respect East.
You let a heart to the Jack, which
Yeah,
held, and then you
you,
go South is short in hearts. So I don't know. You don't think the play would have been the same?
yeah, but then you lead the Queen of Hearts first.
Yeah, I guess.
Um, Because the way Declare played effectively was only playing south for 10 Doubleton, whereas, oh my god.
Oh, I see. Where he hypothetically could have picked up King 10 in North.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Although to be fair, if you're all, but if you do that, then like you have this agonizing guess on the next round.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like if you're always playing South for the 10, then it doesn't matter which way you play the suit, right?
it's true. Yeah, it is true. Wow. Well,
Anyway,
150 is going to be a huge result. You think three hearts? I mean, three hearts could be reached in other rooms.
yeah, I mean, I didn't really analyze the play, but like it's not so bad, right? I mean, the 4-1 heart split isn't great, but everything else is pretty
For
favorable.
for one, you're optimistic about how many trumps
Start
you.
coach eight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
man,
whatever.
if I open a heart and partner makes a limit raise, we better have eight trumps.
I mean, you certainly like 150 is a huge result, but you have eight easy tricks in hearts, right? You only need one diamond rough to get there and one spade. So, four hearts, a spade is five, a rough is six, and a club is seven. I guess you need two roughs or a second spade. I don't know.
You're right. Maybe three hearts is making east west pretty easily. Um,
I think you can let North rough a spade, right? And then just like draw trumps and get on with your day.
Wait, what? Let North rough a spade, but then you only have three spades, four hearts, and one club.
Right, but now you might be able to draw trumps and plat clubs.
Then the opponents can cash some diamonds. I don't know.
Or draw trumps. But if North
Yeah.
roughs a spade, then you can also
Ooh.
draw trumps and take three spades. So you can't take four, but you get three on that line.
Yeah.
And I think this is
Well,
nine tricks, right?
board
Three spades
four.
and four hearts is seven, and a rough is eight, and a club is nine. Anyway,
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens at other tables, but it looks like we are done with round one. I'm going to take a look and see if there's only one table. There is only one table in play. Yes, world champ South, by the way, who misguesses the position there.
yeah,
I mean,
that happens.
it's. I wonder if North should just not cover the Queen of Hearts. Is that ever a play? Like that seems a very far-sighted thing, but if you know that this is a potential problem for partner.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, South is the one whose day job is as a mailman.
Oh, really? Hmm.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it's really kind of amazing. Like, in the US, all these guys are full-time professionals, and like in Norway, he's a mailman who occasionally wins a Bermuda.
That's quite a change. That must be why he's really excited to go and play in all of these tournaments. Get away from the normal day job. Well, I'm guessing that the Vugraph table is not going to close in between rounds now, if that's actually what's happening.
Um, yeah, hopefully, because boy, in the Risinger, that was really a pain.
Well, that's because we had the USA Vugraph operators. I've been told that the Vugraph operators in Europe have a lot better training.
Currently -10 there. What is that? What is that in a useful measurement?
Minus 10 Celsius.
Yeah, I know. What does that
in
translate to?
in Fahrenheit. It's hard to have worse training. You're right about that. I really railed on them on my Bridge Winners
I guess it's
post,
about 10 degrees.
and like
Yeah.
no one cared.
One hill that I absolutely will die on is that metric is better for most things, but Fahrenheit is better than Celsius for everyday temperature. Like there's
Okay.
more gradations, and also
Uh,
just the habitable range is 0 to 100 instead of God knows what to God knows what else.
why is the link from their website incorrect? Hold on, let me update the chat command just so that people can actually access the results if they care. Because I linked the thing that's like directly from their website, and it links to last year's results. Um,
Yeah,
so
stuff Fahrenheit is terrible for scientific uses, I agree, but for every day, how hot is it outside? Like, yeah, just the degrees have, they're narrower than Celsius, and just the normal range is 0 to 100, which seems very intuitive instead of -10 to 30, which is ridiculous.
Wait, you don't like looking at decimal points? I mean, it's true that you're getting less granularity
Yeah, thank you.
in
That's a
the,
good word for it.
in the Celsius. We really can have this conversation. I mean, what else would you like us to talk about? You want us to talk about the bridge that's being played? Um,
Yeah, try to figure out how to pronounce some of these names, but that seems much less productive.
well,
All
Gandolius
right, here we
has
go.
already told me that if I've forgotten how to pronounce Terrier's name, then I'm going to get a scolding. So
I
I think I
thought
got
his
that.
name might have actually been spelled with just one A with the circle over it, but
No,
possibly not.
it's always been two A's when I've seen it. Is this an unironic argument for Fahrenheit? It definitely is. Um,
Anyway, we got a hand here.
yeah, what ended up happening? North opened a heart, South bit a spade, and West
Kind of made
decided they
this.
had nothing better to do than to bid a no trump.
Yeah, I mean that really seems like I'm playing with the clients. I'm going to do this kind of bit to me, but worked out fairly well when the client has King Jack 10 fifth.
Yeah.
So what do you do now? Do you play on clubs or hearts if you're in this position?
Fair question. Um,
Like obviously we can see here that a club is very effective, but it's not. It's much less clear that it's correct single dummy.
what happened at trick one? Hold on a second.
North led third best diamond in the 10-1.
Okay, yeah. That was just like, did we win a trick? Okay,
Sure did. And got an entry out of it, by the way.
yeah, this is kind of amazing. Okay, so
I guess maybe one argument for the heart is that if a spade is then an entry, the 10 of hearts is a winner. Where clubs, you can play them out of either hand. Not on this layout, but on most layouts, you can play them out of either hand with the same effect.
whoa.
Well, remember, like South saw North lead this diamond, right? Like, he doesn't know what's going on. North could have Ace Queen Jack fifth instead of Queen Jack fourth, or Ace Queen Jack fourth rather. Yeah, so yeah, North could even have five diamonds. Why not? Well, admittedly, if you're gonna
Well,
hop up with the ace, you should know what you're doing at the next trick pretty quickly instead of like hop up and then look around.
that's true. Yeah. Um, I wonder if South is going to switch to hearts because it's really weird that partner didn't lead a heart, right?
It is, but doesn't that go both ways? Like if North had Ace King of Hearts, and something he might have let a high one. Like leading a diamond kind of looks weird for a bunch of reasons, but one natural reason to lead it is that your diamond is just better than your hearts. That happens from time to time.
Yeah.
I presumably that nine was upside down Smith, right? Because it doesn't make sense for it to be a count signal.
Yeah, so South does switch to hearts, which I think is very reasonable given the non-heart lead from North.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a nightmare for North South. No, I mean, it already was, but it's going to be even worse. This is basically just the end of the defense.
Yeah, is it really so bad? Let me look at this. So the Queen of Diamonds comes back. Now Declare knows the Spade Ace is on side from the opening bid.
Yeah, so he'll unblock the hearts and lead a spade, I think, right? And yeah.
This is almost the end of North South's tournament. Has it really been that bad for them on the first few boards? I mean, board 4 was bad, board 2 was bad, board 1's probably okay.
Board one seems good. Board three was fine. They got
60,
their trick when
yeah, 60% result or whatever.
yeah, so here West is in the very pleasant position of not having any opportunity to get the spade wrong with ace queen doubleton on side.
Yeah, yeah. It did look to me like maybe there is an issue if the Queen of Spades was in South Sound, but I guess now Declarer can just lead a spade up. Although Declarer might like lead a club now. Is that possible? Club to the jack.
I don't know. That ace of like you don't expect South to have both clubs in this kind of bidding, but the ace of clubs was such a weird play, you might suspect it.
Yeah. All right. Spade up to the Queen and King. Now Declarer is gonna really know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I think he had to do that to save one trick, right? If he goes up, I think Declare just has the rest.
I don't think there's any way Declarer can actually make 5 tricks
Well, I
from
think
here, right?
Old North had played the ace of spades, though. That was the last trick for the defense.
Yep.
Yeah, no, now the defense like a one more trick.
2?
Two, right, a spade, and whichever minor Declare doesn't pitch. I mean, is he possibly gonna? No, I think I like maybe like try to end playing North or something into leading away from the Queen of Clubs at the end of the hand. I guess it's possible.
No, 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 because
You can
now we
have it
know
here
the
next to
Queen of
spade.
Clubs is on side.
Do we?
North turned up with the Queen of Spades, so I think it was. I think the queens were split between North and South.
I guess that's right.
Whoa!
What?
South didn't cover. What? Wait, world champ, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can get a new pair for next round. They
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have had to get up at 5 in the morning to get his mail route in before play started.
yeah. He is not having a great day. Now, some of these players have been playing for a few days already. I don't know if South is one of them.
Yeah, I would guess, right? Because I think the that other event that was before this was kind of billed as a Premier Teams tournament, and certainly you would expect, if South came all this way, the as a former world champion, that he'd be in that.
What was the other tournament? I don't remember. I was trying to.
I forget. I sent you that link. I forgot what it's
I
called. It's
know.
called like something Masters. Maybe just
Oh,
like
the WBT Masters. Yes, that's the one. Thank you,
yeah.
Steph. I'm gonna quickly look to see if South was playing in that because otherwise this is completely inexcusable.
It kind of is anyway, right? Like when you come to the nationals and play for 10 days, the people playing in the semifinals and finals of the spin gold are still playing pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
This is only day three. Give me a break. There's no time change, right? Like maybe it's an hour, but it's not a meaningful time change.
Wow, what a team! I just noticed who Zach Grossack is playing with.
I saw, but I forget who it was.
Hold on, I'm still going through the teams list. I do not see. playing. He was not playing, so this is his first. Maybe it's a warm up, right? He got here, as you say, just finished his mail route and landed somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or English Channel, and then had to swim all the way here to just play in the event.
So, yeah. I wonder whether North had a card showing double available. Presumably not.
Yeah, good question. So West had opened no trump, North bid two clubs majors, South happy to escape in two hearts. Get a heart lead. I mean, presumably we take the finesse here.
I was gonna say, like, I think he should take this finesse because West would always make that lead from the king.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I,
How is he gonna do here? One, two, three, four, five. Eh, East can't return a trump, but I guess East can play anything else, and Declare can't get to the south hand to lead a spade up, let it take some spade finesses. So I think it's going to be a little too hard to make two hearts here.
Steph thinks that East might double sometimes with a small singleton, given that East has, 5 to 7 high card points.
It's possible, although North showing both majors goes against that because like red white are you. I mean, yeah, maybe if you're like three little singleton, ace fourth, king fifth, would that be an attractive double? Like, yeah, maybe. I
I
mean, this
mean,
particular East might not, but
yeah, this is a fair point that I think a lot of East shapes would probably be pretty good for a reopening double.
well, it's
Um,
not reopening, right? You have to do it. Oh, right, because it went two clubs past two hearts. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Right.
but I mean, like, I guess it's not 100%, right? East could be 1-5-4-3 or something, and then they just wouldn't want to
Mhm.
reopen.
Right.
Maybe. Diamond to the king.
Yeah, that seems like a strange play looking at those minors and dominate. Club seems much more natural to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, West worked it out. West was like, okay, partner, before that diamond gets set up to discard the club loser, let's get our club trick in.
Yeah, and West now must think that South has the ace of diamonds, right? Like, this none of this is gonna make a ton of sense to West.
Hmm. Is West leading trumps without some spade opposition? I think just, I don't know. I just like leading trumps against a lot of these two
Yeah.
suited auctions. That's
That's it.
my
Like this is a
personal.
complete auction, and West led a Trump. You can't take any inference from that.
You're certainly right that, West might have led a diamond from the ace king. West might have led a club from the king queen. It's possible, but I think a lot of players will just lead trumps because
Yeah.
it's like generally
Yeah.
safe. Even if it blows a trick or blows a tempo, sometimes you gain it back because declarer just can't rough enough things anymore.
Yeah, and in this kind of bidding, South is often going to be 1-3 something something, and then you really need to be leading a Trump. Like what if North had a singleton diamond, and you know, like now you lead a Trump, they put you in with a spade, but now you might get in another time to lead a third Trump, where if you had stripped dummies diamond and set up their entry back to their hand via rough, you'd be in much worse shape.
I think these auctions are a little bit different than the auctions where it goes like a heart, a no trump, two clubs, two hearts all pass or something, or a heart, a no trump, two clubs all pass. Where
Very different.
there, like, you don't want to be leading trumps when you have like three small and declares other suit because it just doesn't help your side.
Yeah, anything like, traditionally that other auction was called like a false preference auction, and here it's a true preference auction.
Yeah.
Here they're often going to be in a 5-3, or sometimes a 4-3, where the other is kind of guaranteed to be a 5-2. So that's a very, very different scenario for choosing your opening lead.
So somehow West has gotten themselves end played in this position, which is hilarious, I think. Um, like they can exit. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. I don't see how he had a way to get himself off it, right? I think once he's played the diamond, I think that ship sailed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this feels like a really nice result for North South because some players will not. I mean, some players will be, I guess, backed into a position where they have to rely on diamonds splitting to get all of the tricks, or all but the ace of spades.
Right, a rough sluff doesn't, sometimes helps, but here with Trump's ready drawn, it's not going to help the defense at all. I think the best they can do is just play spade and give up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, low spade would be the, I mean, kind of a silly play.
You play ace of spades, queen of spades, so got one more trick, right?
No. Well, I mean,
no, right, because the jack of diamonds is the winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so this feels like an awfully good result for North South.
Yeah.
And we have a score update. Wow, East West were in second place going into this round.
East West? Okay. So maybe we can stick with that. I mean, unfortunately, this is not going to be a great result for them. A little bit of mean reversion. I mean, that does tend to happen. You can't always get, like, someone's going to get lucky on a large number of boards, and that's how people put up these, like, 65% games. But
the North-South pair had a 31% first round.
That's better than expected.
Yeah.
Can you get a link to the running scores? I think it's ! Standings.
Yeah, they did just post it in the chat. There we go.
So South has 13. We'll open a spade. And I wonder what West does. We saw kind of an off-shape no trump overcall earlier. Was it the same West player? It was.
Yep.
So
it was one hand ago.
It was, yeah, but it was a very long hand ago, and one that both myself and North South probably don't want to remember.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think I would overcall a no trump as West. Like you have to bid with a hand that good. Waiting is just going to make things even more nightmarish. Yeah, it's not a perfect overcall, but I think if you don't, you're just begging to put yourself in a horrible position later.
Matt Brown is Matty B. Yes. So I guess the two of them are playing.
And yeah, I like this two spade bid by North. You really don't want to do anything the least bit aggressive.
Right. So like South will pass West.
Yeah, three spade preemptive seems horrible to me, so I like this bid.
So East is a client. Is that what you're saying?
East is a sponsor. Yeah.
Okay, then I understand the 3 diamond bid, but I mean, I think 2 no trump as a balance in West hand would be a lot more normal.
Yeah, I don't recall what East's what the source of her wealth is, but East is one of the richest people in the United Kingdom.
Wow. Are we surprised by North's decision to bid 3 spades with Queen 10 third of diamonds?
I guess. I mean, obviously he's bidding on his 4th trump and loves little tricks, but yeah, I mean, maybe he thinks that West has 6 diamonds here, which is, which seems kind of likely. Like the actual hand is pretty thin for it, so. If he thinks that it's, 9 spades and 8 diamonds, then the lost little trick suggests bidding.
Yeah.
He knows he only has one trump loser because he's got the king. So even if West, was bidding ace queen as a stopper, it turns out that's good for his side.
Yeah, yeah. And looks like they did pretty well. Three diamonds was making with that king of clubs in the pocket. Declare losing just a diamond, two hearts, and a spade. So three spades for 140 feels like a pretty nice result.
Yeah, I mean, if North had passed, I think South was probably going to try three hearts, but maybe not a guarantee.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I think he certainly would have given it a look, right? And also, I would bet that these pairs have played a decent amount against each other, like Europeans and whatever. I think East West are a regular partnership, and I assume they play all the Europeans, so they must know their tendencies pretty well.
Hmm. Well, Declare's going to be happy the Queen of Diamonds is set up now. No danger of going down. Hearts could have been 4-1, I suppose, before that.
Right.
But Queen of Spades. Trumps
Yeah,
are
Space
pulled.
One Louis a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Not that it
Just
really matters, but every little bit helps.
sure. Just gonna ask about the Ace of Clubs. Hopefully, soon.
Right.
We'll get there eventually. Uh, but that'll be 140. Probably a nice result for North South. I mean, I expect this to be fairly average in the field. Like South opens a spade and North has 4 card support and a little bit extra.
I
So
guess right. Like they'll be a level higher than most of their counterparts, but a spade and no trump, two spades, all pass seems pretty normal. Or a spade, two diamonds. North does whatever he does.
you don't think over after the no trump overcall, which seems fine by West, like you would balance two no over two spades?
Sorry. What like a spade and no trump, two spades on North pass pass. You think West would bid 2-0 for the minors at a lot of tables?
Yeah.
Red after partner couldn't double two spades. I don't know. It's not for me.
Well, isn't partner not doubling two spades a good thing because that would be like negative?
Yeah, just I don't know. To me, you bid a no trump. Your hand has no particular extra feature other than that you've got a 5-4 in the minors. Like you're vulnerable. If partner is, I don't know. So suppose partner has some somewhat normal, I don't know, 4-3-3 hand, or uh, yeah, me. Like I'm kind of talking myself into the bid here, but it just feels like such a break of discipline.
Well, I mean, generally when you bid a no trump, unless you have unusual shape, you shouldn't be acting again, which is the
Right.
rule of
Is your
thumb.
hand unusual enough to justify it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it feels the same as like a 6 card minor, 6-3-2-2. You bid a no trump, and then when the opponents get to two of a major, you bid three of a minor. So this feels fairly similar to
Right,
me.
but yeah, although, here you have a lot of information, right? Because you have two bidding opponents. It's not the same as, a no trump, two spades, check, check, back to you.
Yeah. Well,
You
on
have
to
two
board
bidding,
eight.
two bidding opponents and one passing partner. Like, you do know a lot about the deal.
Yeah.
So, East, I think many East would open a no trump. This East, I think, kind of reasonably in context, does not.
Yep. Yeah, so a club, heart overcall by South, negative double by West, two hearts by North. So again, I don't know if North wanted or had some sort of like weak jump available and just chose to bid two hearts, which I think is very reasonable, or if they don't have it available. Three clubs
I
at
mean,
least.
I think I certainly would not bid a three hearts preempt on that hand. It's just so ridiculous.
Steph would not open a no trump as East.
Steph, would you do it white red, where really you're just doing it for the preempt value?
Hmm. Do you think the hand's good enough to open a club and rebid three clubs then? Because if if you're going to do that, it feels better to open a no trump. But if you think the hand just isn't good enough, then you open a club and rebid two clubs. I could see that argument. You would
Yeah, we
rather
do
bid
also do
one club,
that.
three clubs with these cards. Wow. Okay.
I think, yeah, that point too, that this particular, if West had bid 2-0, showing both minors, this East might not have known what was going on, I think is a very good point.
Mm. Yep.
Yes, as I point out, this obviously West, we've seen it three hands in a row, is playing client bridge. And I've seen that too. Like I've played against this pair in the US a few times, and this West just stuff like this, playing with this particular sponsor.
This is a great lead by South. So this builds an entry to North's hand to put a heart through.
Mhm.
Now, presumably with Declare playing the queen at trick one, you know North has the 10 of diamonds.
Uh, do you? Well, I guess when East doesn't play the 10, yes. Like maybe Declare would have been like guessing it with Ace 10 opposite Queen fourth, but now,
Right, and
well,
Declare
it's
would
actually still possible, right?
well, Declare would have played low. That would have been Declare's guess at trick one.
No. Right? Suppose Declare just plays South to led away from the King of Diamonds.
Yeah, but that seems a lot less likely than South leading away from the Jack of Diamonds.
Maybe.
It's true, like maybe Declare would have guessed the diamonds incorrectly, but I think as South there's a strong reason to believe that North has a diamond entry here. That's what he's thinking about because he knows if he just returns passively, I mean, a spade is going to blow the spade suit, for one thing. The two of clubs should help. There it is, two of diamonds. We did it. Diamond to the 10, heart through. And now he can actually safely exit the Jack of Diamonds and, or 9 of Diamonds, I guess. And Declare is going to have to guess the spade suit.
Yeah. Yeah, so South redeeming himself after a couple of slip ups earlier in the event.
Yeah, Steph, I corrected myself. I like the 9 of Diamonds better, but both of them kind of do the same thing. My suspicion is I would expect a sponsor to get the spade guess wrong. I think a good reason to guess the spade's right, though, is that North has turned up with almost nothing in terms of values. And so...
Yeah, and South has turned up with enough to justify his bidding, so...
Yeah.
We'll see.
But this is also a nice play. 10 of clubs, now club to the king, and now we rough the 8 of diamonds to get a little bit more information. The whole purpose of the 9 of diamonds, as Steph points out, is that you're trying to conceal information about the opening lead. Oh.
Yeah, although, wow.
Oh! Okay, well done.
I'm not sure the 99 was like maybe against some declares it would, but I think the opening lead was the 3, and then they played the deuce. So I think at that point, South Diamond holding should be known, right? It can't really have been 9-3 deuce to start with.
Sure, yeah. Good point. Unless you play middle down up.
I guess it could have been 9-6-3 deuce. I don't know what we've seen from North at that point.
All right, 2 rounds in. So, did my link actually work? I'm gonna try and pull up the standings. Holy cow! I mean, after 1 round, there's a 73% score. Holy, this is so small. There, that's
So
better.
88% was the top score, right? This pair was in second with 82.5.
Um, 82 and a half.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're looking
I
at
must have updated stuff.
yeah, this is
Um,
after the second round.
yeah, after 8 boards, so 73, Matt Brown and Steve Rain, fellow streamer, are in second
Nice.
currently with a 73. Playing for Club England. I wonder what this club thing means, because Matt Brown is certainly not playing for Club England. Uh, so who all is there's just so many like Norwegian names on here or like Swedish
Uh,
names.
Icelandic, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think all those double S sons are Icelandic.
That was Icelandic. All right, look. don't don't blame me for getting the countries wrong. If only they had their flags or their clubs next to the thing, then I could figure it out. Uh,
I think actually they might by proxy. I would guess that everything blank is Iceland, since that's the default.
oh, really? There is an
And I'm
Iceland,
looking
Bulgaria.
in, because I'm just looking like most of the ones I see that are blank are clearly Icelandic, so that might just be the default.
Zach is playing with Ewan. Blank seems to be double Iceland. Gotcha.
Is that Ewan from New York? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Wow, Jess and Magnus, good for them.
Who?
Two below Zach and Ewan are Jess Jurgovich, who's New York pro, and Magnus Olafsson, who um, I think no longer lives in New York, but he's an Icelandic expert who I've played on teams with a bunch of times.
Gotcha.
He was also a very senior official at the UN before he retired.
Hmm. Okay, there's not a lot of names that that I recognize. Gavin is sitting at a 54 and change after 2 rounds, playing with I guess a new sponsor,
Who is he playing with?
Raja Shori. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw Gavin playing without a sponsor.
Yeah. No, I was just curious who it was, but yeah, I don't know the name. No, I'm sure it is a new sponsor. I was just curious whether it was one who I knew.
He's also Steph's new sponsor, so Steph and Gavin
Yeah,
competing now.
nice.
Sabina and Roy are in 56th with a 53% currently.
And that is a pair that I have a very bad track record against.
Really? I do.
Yeah, Sabine and Roy just kill me every time I play them.
Oh my god, I do pretty well. I haven't played them a lot, but I feel like I have pretty good records against most of the top players, other than Brad Moss, who's like their teammate. So it's like very important for me to have seating rights whenever or he used to be their teammate at least. Um,
Yeah, I think they've been playing for Marty lately, haven't they?
yeah. And did he play with Moss and Grew and Chip Martell? Maybe.
Maybe I think and Tamon Cedric.
Oh yeah. Okay. Um, Bake
Yeah, like I
and
have an okay
Greedy.
track record. Like obviously, like Brad and Joe are really great players, but I feel like I've done okay but against them compared to other top pairs like Sabine and Roy just hand my head to me every time.
They're pretty good. I mean, they've been playing together for a long time.
And they're hard
Um,
to play against. They operate on every board, but in a way that's very hard to play against, but doesn't get them into a ton of trouble.
sure. Oh God, no! Sam Dinkin is in. This is the worst day of my life. I
Well,
please
he's
don't.
not he's he's not in that the round that we're playing now, though, right? Unless he's in
No,
stables.
no. But I mean, he's in the event. We might have to see the Dinkin diamond. All right, we're back. Round three. Raj lives in L.A. Oh, cool. One heart by north, one spade by east. Would you think about two spades by east or no?
I mean, I like two spades much more than one. course, here we just get them doubled a level higher.
Yeah, it's kind of gross at these colors. So,
It actually worked out better, right? Because I think here North is going to open, well, South with two diamonds,
what?
whatever it is. But I think here North would have reopened with two clubs, but over two spades, North surely would have reopened with double.
Are you sure North doesn't reopen with double over one side? I mean, I guess not, but it's still very tempting at these colors. You don't have any aces as North. Maybe it's a little too much to reopen double over one spade. That's a hilarious two diamond bid. I mean, listen. Okay, I don't. I'm not going to claim that like every player in this event is like very strong, but South has made a massive boo boo on this
I,
one.
I mean, is it possible that two diamond is conventional despite the lack of an alert? Because
No.
as a straightforward bid, it makes no sense whatsoever.
No, it does, right? Like South wants to make a forcing bid, and he can't bid his longest suit because it was bid on its right. So South chose the only his second longest suit to make a forcing bid.
I mean,
This is very clear
yes.
logic, and this is how like a lot of beginner, intermediate, even advanced players will think about these positions. They don't think that once someone rules out the possibility of defending one spade doubled because like either it doesn't work out for them for one reason or another, their defense is bad, so they can't collect all their tricks. They get unlucky, and so like one spade doubled makes. They just have to make a different bid. So two diamonds is the probably third choice from myself. I would probably bid three no if I wasn't passing a spade.
Yeah, here, obviously they are not playing kickback because 4 no, I guess 4 no might have been intended as quantitative, but clearly it wasn't. Or
Yes.
maybe it was. I don't know. Five clubs could be natural.
Yeah. So
I don't think five clubs could possibly be natural here.
four spades might have been natural. That's fair.
I think 4 no feels quantitative to me, but who knows? Could be Lockwood.
Yeah. I we all miss
And
Brad. We need more of Brad in our lives. I think every one of us. Well, okay. I mean, like, I could spend time talking about why two diamonds is not a good bid and why we should be passing, but we'll glaze over that for now and move on to the actual auction. So where are
Yeah.
North South going to end up? Okay, South has bid for no trump and has now signed off in five hearts. Presumably North's going to pass. Is this contract okay? It looks pretty icy to me. You lose a trump and a club. Now, North is going to have some work to do to play the hand well, because obviously you could just pull three rounds of trumps and then play a club to the ace and then play a club.
So if you do that, can East give you a hard time by ducking it? I guess not.
No. I mean, like, there's not really much that can go wrong. The king of diamonds represents an entry, so like even if East leads the queen of diamonds, we can win the ace of diamonds. But if we're trying to make 12 tricks, we could play for 3-3 clubs with the king on side.
So I think if I'm sitting there as North playing match points, my first order of business is to try to figure out how many no trump I'm making because that's going to be the contract of most tables, right? Hearts is abnormal, but no trump is just totally normal.
Yeah, and I mean, in that scenario, it does look like we're not making a ton of tricks if hearts split badly, but it's kind of difficult to place all of this. Because if hearts split well, like 3-3, then no trump can take a ton of tricks. The
Whereas
jack
if
of
hearts
spades
split
does
three
represent a
three,
stopper.
if hearts split 3-3, yeah, so we can 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll take probably 11 tricks, right? We'll lose a spade and a club,
Yeah,
which
but
means our
they
goal, I guess, when hearts split, our goal is to make 12 tricks. But when they don't, we're pretty happy to be in an 11 trick heart game.
well, I mean, okay, North is playing the hand pretty quickly. He didn't take the imp line of play. Because the imp line of play would be to guard against 5-1 clubs, right? Oh my god, a heart to the 10? What just happened?
What? I mean, East didn't preempt, but this is a bizarre play.
Oh no. Now West gives their partner a diamond ruff. Although, wait, West might be worried because the 2 heart bid in the auction. That's often going to
Be a 6-card suit.
be a 6-card suit. Oh man. Oh man.
Although,
Unintended consequences shift. I see all of your Baylor emotes in chat, and I know that you just really want to put in some puns and slam us with the no refunds. I see what you did there. Unintended. 0 chances plays made with 8 hearts. Yeah, that's probably a good point. There's no way Declare would take a first round heart finesse if they had 6 trumps. There is the diamond return.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yep, 9 of diamonds asking for a spade, so now a spade will come through.
Probably.
Yikes. I mean, it looked like North-South were actually getting a really strong result for 450 if they made this.
I mean, that's just such a big play to take that heart finesse.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know these North-South players, but...
Yeah, nor do I.
So are they actually down 2? Now that I'm looking at it? Hold on a second. Did Declare need to play the 9 of clubs to the queen to get out for down 1? Because now a club ruff comes. Like, they could have played the 9 of clubs to the queen and then unblocked the ace under the king of hearts. Oh no, but then they lose an extra club trick. Was there any way to get out for down 1? Man, this is...
At that point.
Why is East... East is playing the king of spades. Okay. It's fine.
That seems fine, right?
Yeah. Minus 50. That's okay.
I think East West will be absolutely delighted.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice result.
Yeah. Somewhat annoyingly, the result sheets we're seeing have table by table, but not a simple frequency chart, which would be really nice to see.
All right, well, on to board 10. So we'll see East open a spade here, probably. 12 count. 5 spades, and... Oh, no. I just looked. South has spades again.
Yeah, I think I would expect South to overcall 2 hearts and get to 4 hearts pretty quickly. I don't think East or West are going to act over that. Like a spade, 2 hearts, pass, 4 hearts feels pretty natural.
You think North should bid 4 hearts over a 2 heart overcall?
I mean, maybe, but only 3. But with that spade void, your hand is pretty good for offense, and you probably don't want to hear a 3 spade bid from anyone.
450 was below average on the last board? No way. I mean, Declare might be... Oh, there were a bunch of 11s and 800. Okay, never mind. That makes a ton of sense. Yes. Sorry. I completely forgot about the start of the auction and the 2 diamond bid that really threw a wrench in the North-South auction. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, wow, and a bunch of 1100s, of course.
Okay, so South has decided their hand's too strong for a 2 heart overcall. I think for a lot of reasons, the hand is really not too good. I mean, 1, you don't have a 6-card heart suit. 2, your heart suit is quite bad. It's not like it's king, queen, jack, 10 fifth. It's king, queen, 9 fifth. 3, you're kind of minimum in high cards if you're planning to double and bid a suit. You have 17, but wasted Queen of Clubs singleton, Ace King of Spades are probably not great. And then 4, you have length in the opponent's other suit, the spades. It's true, a lot of people will like make this argument, oh, but partner can over-ruff as West roughs in front of us. But yeah, now we're like basically assuming partner has a long trump suit in support of us, and there's nothing to make us believe that. But okay, so North bid 2 hearts, South
Sorry.
raised.
Also, like if you double a South, like your plan has to be to bid 2 hearts, and I don't like that action. I think this hand is not nearly as good as it looks if partner doesn't have a big fit.
Yeah.
Like he goes a spade double pass, 2 clubs pass, like your bid with his hand that obviously was planning to double then bid. And now when you bid 2 hearts, I think you're both under strength overall and under strength in your own suit. So I don't care for double for that reason.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're in 4 hearts, and we get a spade lead, not a trump. But I mean, the opponents are going to have a couple of opportunities to switch to trumps, maybe. Is that true? Maybe not. Maybe Declare can just take 2 spades, cash exit a club, and then cross-ruff 7 tricks, take a trump, and maybe even scores the Diamond King?
I mean, how about spade, 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 rough, diamond?
Yeah, but then East can win and switch to trumps.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah, but West can get in with the Club King. I mean, okay.
I mean, can he though? Because you can pitch clubs on the spades and just be roughing diamonds in the south hand in front of East and spades in the north hand in front of West, and other than the 8, all your trumps are high.
Okay, is Declare getting 11 tricks somehow with this plan? Because maybe I've miscounted.
I think my plan of Ace of Spades, King of Spades, low spade, roughed was certainly 11. So I would guess that this is probably also 11. Actually, no. This is. I think he probably would have been better placed if he had won the Ace King of Spades.
Well, the plan is to just rough 2 spades in North's hand. Do we have enough entries to do this? Ace of clubs.
But I think we did anyway, right? Because we have the King of Diamonds and 2 diamond roughs as 3 entries to the south hand, and we have 3 losing spades to rough.
Okay, well, it looks like Declare is actually making 11 tricks. So I didn't think about this. I guess I'm still in an imp mindset whenever I'm watching Vugraph. I need to get out of this.
I see. He can just rough something back to his hand, rough a spade high and draw trumps.
Yeah.
Or he can play a trump back to his hand now, rough a spade and rough something and draw trumps.
Yep.
Either way. Yeah, spade rough with the ace, and that'll be that. All right, great success.
Important to overtake the Jack of Hearts here, because if hearts are 4-0, then you cash 3 trumps and start playing good spades. If you don't do that, you're going to have to shorten yourself and go down. So 650. Nice result when, it's only a flat board because the other table's in 4 spades in the south, making 11 tricks as well. But I do appreciate these results from the other table that keep coming in. That's kind of hilarious. I wonder if that's going to be a bad result because some pairs will end up defending a spade doubled. Probably not. Oh my. Well, let's see how West handles a very distributional hand. Are we opening a south?
Well, I think if they have a two hearts, hearts, and a minor bid available, he's certainly doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be tempted by three clubs.
Okay. Seems
Like, if
reasonable.
you're playing two hearts, hearts, and another, like, why are you playing it if you're not going to bid it on a hand like this?
Yeah, yeah. So West gets to open a spade, North will pass, East will I mean if they have a mixed raise maybe, but no, it just bids two spades. And now South we would like to come in 2-0, probably. But South passes. Oh no, Chad is talking about food. This is this is not a good start for me. I did have lunch before stream, but I'm hungry again.
Yeah, I did not, so I'm a little hungry, but I can uh, I can tough it out here. So
You just know whenever someone starts a sentence with "Okay, hear me out," that it's going to be a terrible idea. But I do this all the time, so I must have a lot of terrible ideas. Rate the South 3 club opening from a scale of 1 to 10. I don't think it's so bad.
no, I mean I wouldn't do it, but I would give it like maybe a three or four. Like there are people I play with who would do it, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, this is what this guy does. Like I tie low would probably be tempted, right? Because he just maybe he would open two hearts because he does stuff like that too.
I don't mind the bid. I honestly think I would be a lot happier doing it if I had spades and clubs, because then I could bid 4 spades later.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I still don't like it with your side suit being Jack 10 fifth, but I agree. Like then you're not committing everything to deciding that three clubs is the way to go.
yeah, I would probably give it a 6 or 6.5. I know Brad's aggressive on these things, but I don't think 7.5 out of 10 is too high. I think that's okay.
Really, yeah, and
I
I'd like it quite a bit less than that.
Yeah, I know. Craig hates it, but I'm totally okay with these types of bids. I mean, the hand looks preemptive, so sometimes I like to preempt. Well, how's 4 spades doing? I haven't even looked at this comment or this contract. Declare has a bunch of good diamonds.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna make it now. Right, the diamonds are set up. The hearts are. He only needs one rough now, so like North can play this third trump or do whatever he does.
Yeah, so 11 tricks, it seems.
Feels like right. Just win this, draw the last trump, unblock the heart, and eventually rough a heart.
I I also like preempts in general. I mean, for me, it's a lot about if a hand feels like a preempt or not. I do believe there's a little bit of a different texture to the hand that Steph's pointing out. King, Queen, Jack, sixth, and 5 small in a major, as opposed to this hand where you have, a slightly weaker club suit and a slightly stronger major suit. So 16 in the West. Get to open a no trump. And, okay. What do you do as East over a no trump?
Um, I don't know. I mean, at Imps, I certainly just bid three no trump.
Okay, I that feels like a big position, but could
Yeah,
be.
and the problem is like you can invite, but then partner knows nothing about what exactly you have, or you can transfer diamonds and drop it. And at match points, maybe I like that plan. At Imps, if we have six diamond chips, we're probably in okay shape for making 3-0.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I think those are your those are your only plans, right? You can't show diamonds and invite in most standard methods. That's just not just not a possible sequence.
Well, I mean, a lot of people have built into their showing diamonds an invite, right? Like partner can
And I
show
guess you
good
can.
support or not.
Right, I guess that's true. If you transfer and partner shows a good fit for diamonds, you bid 3 no trump, and if they don't, then you drop it.
Yeah, I mean, I was more wondering if passing a no trump as opposed to transferring to diamonds, just because you have 7 highs, has any merit at match points.
I mean, I don't know.
Steph thinks passing a no trump is losing.
I don't like passing a no trump either. I think that's aiming at a very narrow target. Like 3 diamonds is sort of your normal target. Looking for 3 no trump at least is an upside target. Like playing for exactly 90 or 120 to me is too narrow a target.
Well, but you could have 150, right? I mean, like that's.
But if you have 150, then you would be transferring and bidding a game if partner likes them.
Well, no, because it's match points, right? Like if the field is going to be transferring to diamonds, then just playing
That's
in one no is good enough. You should gamble on 3 no if it's to play no trump. That's a reasonable take. It does look like they did well here. I mean, not just because that 1 no could go down against a club lead, which it wouldn't, but 1 no would be 150. But here, can Declare make 170? No. Never mind. Never mind. 170 is too far away.
Yeah, you need the ace of spades on side, even if you did get to pitch 2 clubs on hearts.
Wait, so
and also I think you need diamonds too also because your entry position is kind of a problem here.
So passing 1 no would have worked here. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back to making some sense because North would lead a heart against a no trump, and Declare just has 9 top tricks. So this looks like 130, if I'm understanding what's happening right now. Bidding 3 no is a top, yeah, but passing 1 no might also be a top.
Yeah, I get it right. If the field is just kind of taking this middle course of playing in diamonds, then playing in any number of no trump is an equally good win.
Yeah, but that's not a guarantee. I mean, looking at both the east-west hands, we would probably prefer to be in 3 diamonds because we just have 2 clubs and a spade to lose.
Right. I mean, it turns out you can be 1 no off the top.
Yes. But on this given board, there's a loud mower in the background. I hope my mic isn't picking it up.
I don't hear it.
Okay, great. That is probably the next thing for viewer interest, because I know that specifically one viewer has complained multiple times about my microphone, and I do plan on getting a usable microphone. Steph hears the mowing. Okay. Hopefully it'll go away soon.
Yeah, and my apologies as always about my work email going off, but since I am kind of playing hooky, I do need to at least know if anything comes.
Oh my god! North threw the king of clubs. Held on to that 10 of spades, which is very important. I mean, it's getting louder. The mower. It is. Okay.
Yeah, maybe the players can hear it because that.
Yeah, that was not the right discard. Oh, hello. Okay, south pitch the 6 of spades. This makes a little bit more sense based on what's going on. I mean, west hand is concealed.
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Well, 130 still feels just fine for east west here.
No, Steph. This is already in a closed apartment. It is coming through the door. Okay, so 130. I would like to see the results on that last board. I want to see where all the players landed, if I can figure out how to do that. Is it score tables? Oh my
Yeah,
god,
so in
this is the
fact,
most unreadable thing I've ever seen.
yeah, so they don't have the percentages, but they do have the match points.
Oh,
So yeah, so 400 East West was a 68%
whoa.
board.
Okay, we're looking at this board. Sorry, board 12
Yeah,
here
so
on the
minus
right.
130 was actually quite a good result for North South.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to understand how to read this. No one scored 50%. The closest to 50% was one no Trump making six for 240.
One note I'm making. Where do you wait on this board? Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. Wow, yeah.
And that would have been, I mean, 60% or something to.
Yeah, a little less, right? 94 out of 158.
Um,
59 and a half.
sure.
So there's 158 match points available, so, that calculation is easy.
Yeah, so then players who did bid 3-0
Got two-thirds of the match
all
points.
did quite well. Someone defended four clubs doubled. You know what
I'd
probably
like to
happened
see.
on that board? I bet I bet someone passed in first seat. It went 1-0 past 3-0, and then they bid four clubs. I can guarantee that was the auction.
Well, no, West was the dealer, right? So there was no pass and first seat available.
West was the dealer. Oh, this wasn't the 6-5 in the major in the round suits hand. That was the previous board. Never mind. Okay, then what is South doing? Whoops. Oh, that's a big boo boo.
A little bit of an oopsie.
Yeah, maybe just a tiny amount. That is a lot of 3 no bids.
And it looks like we are going to see um, Matt and who is his partner? West
Steve
Rain.
Rain.
Do we know?
He is.
Is he another? Is Matt New Zealand or Australia
Matt is. Oh
or
God! I
British?
mean,
Rather?
he's from New Zealand, but I think he has like dual citizenship. Is that what's going on? Or he's now Australia? He's living in the. What do you mean he's living in the UK?
My God.
What?
I mean, I guess it's allowed. Well,
As of Chicago. Wow. I did not realize.
yeah, I don't. It's possible that I've met him, but if I have, I didn't know who he was.
He looks like Jolly. That's that's still my contention. Um,
The only one I know who looks like Jolly is Jolly, so
yeah. They're taking a multiple year trip. That is what it seems like. Yeah, so Maddie B plays with McAllister now on a bunch of
oh,
teams.
I'm surprised John didn't go to this tournament then. He often goes to these European things. And Iceland's a pretty easy trip from the US.
Yeah, I mean I don't. I did talk with him briefly for a little bit in November.
Yeah, I remember he told me.
Yeah, but I haven't talked bridge with him in a long time, so I don't know if he frequently does this now, or if he like maybe he just felt like taking some time off and didn't want to go to Iceland in the winter.
Yeah, I guess I had the impression that like he really enjoyed these kinds of events, so when it was possible that he liked to go to them, but who knows? Iceland in January is probably not the most appealing destination.
There's a youth
I'd love to be
travel
there, but I don't want
visa.
the cold.
So there's a
Yeah.
youth travel visa to get into the UK EU that Matt and his partner made use of. Which partner?
Mhm. Like a
Wib,
bridge partner or a life partner.
like Wib. Oh yeah. Well, he also has a family. Okay, gotcha. European events are way more fun than nationals.
I
Hmm.
basically agree with that.
Well, I will say that Chicago was pretty boring. I didn't like the round schedule. I didn't like that there were no midnights. It felt like no one was doing anything in the
Yeah, just
evenings.
the Europeans and Worlds. It's only good players, right? There's none of these like gold rush pairs and things like that. So, like it's just like a better community. The schedule's better. It's all behind screens. They're run much better, right?
Hmm.
Like look, like have you heard all this nonsense about the ACBL hotel stuff?
No, but I mean, I'm aware that of the ACBL like not helping out tournament goers with like getting hotels.
Well, so they're in this terrible position. Like it's all self-inflicted. There's been threads on bridge winners. The ACBL is now offering a discount if you stay at the host hotel because not enough people do, and they make commitments to the venues to get cheaper convention space. And when they don't fill how many rooms that they've committed to, they have to pay the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So every time now the ACBL is on the hook for the difference, which is why they're doing the discount thing. But one reason they're on the hook for the difference is the penalty for late cancellation is negligible. I think like maybe it's as much as one night, but I think there's even a free cancellation window that goes pretty late. It's like, of course, people take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, auction has started, and man, South feels like they've
Yeah,
gotten into a bit of a pickle here. Uh,
yeah, I don't like this one no bid. Like I understand, like maybe they think they're on to transfer to spade raise, but how are you planning to sort it out later? Like now he's showing a three-card limit raise, fantastic.
yeah, exactly. That does feel like a bit of a problem. I wonder if South should have like doubled down on their one no bid and just bid three hearts over three
Yeah,
diamonds.
yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, North is now thinking. I like presumably North is thinking about looking for a slam. How about three hearts over one spade? I mean, like probably it. I think a lot of two over one players play that as invitational.
I mean, I think virtually all two of one players play it as invitational, and that's a bid that's really dangerous to stretch. Like you can't have this hand and also have the same hand with the 10-9 of hearts and a side ace. It's just unplayably wide.
Would rather show. Well, yes. Okay. Okay, Steph, fair point that, like, if our decision was should we show this as
Yeah,
an
sure.
invite in hearts or spades, we would rather invite in hearts. But,
Yeah, so we're gonna be like ranking dumb bids. Sure, let's rank the dumb bids.
well, Declare is
Yeah,
going to be in some
what's wrong
trouble.
with just raising spades? Like you have three trumps and a five count and a roughing value. Like I don't know. Like I'm a dumb guy. It's in front of my face. Is what I do.
Yeah. I don't actually know how much of the stuff the VuGraph operator is just spamming chat for anyone who's curious. Like every 5 seconds they'll post something. But they say that one spade, two spades would be 7 to 10, and this is live, so maybe the VuGraph operator is actually looking at their cards or something as they're.
So like you have to bid one no in preference with this hand and also a 10 count with king double ten of spades. That seems horrible in its own way.
Well, this is definitely not the worst thing we've seen so far this set.
Sure, just I don't know. I mean, like I think I don't know South. I think North actually is an international, like a quite a strong player. So, maybe I don't know, maybe there's just something maybe they're playing precision also, right? Which would change the context of a lot of their actions.
Yeah.
Like playing precision, that treatment doesn't seem terrible at all. there. It doesn't really matter if your preference range is hilariously wide because on every single one of those hands, no one's ever in the game zone.
And I mean, North did take some time over three spades. Like, it's possible that this is just what three spades shows. And, like, as you say, the range could be hilariously wide. It could be anything up to a three card limit raise, but also something as weak as this.
But if a direct raise shows 7 to 10, then that would mean that this spade is either 3 card limit raise or a hand weaker than 7 to 10, and that's not playable.
I mean, it's not playable.
Well, I guess maybe it is playable. I don't know. Maybe it is when North always passes, but here North has this really abnormal hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe we could find a WBF card for North South and get a better idea what's going on.
Yeah, so Club Rough, King of Hearts pitching a club, Heart Rough, Club Rough, that's never going to work. We always at least promote a trump trick, so I guess it's just Club Rough, King of Hearts, take the spade finesse. Whoa, King of Clubs is not the right play. Yeah, that's really bad.
Maybe he was worried about getting roughed if, like, you know. Yeah, no, it's true. It is. Wow, Sandwich is falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just didn't give that one enough thought.
Yep. All right, West can pitch the 10 of hearts just to clearly convey. West can pitch the 10 of hearts to clearly convey what is going on in the heart suit to his partner. West can still pitch West can't pitch the 10 of hearts anymore. Okay, it didn't. It's a nice result for East West, though. I mean, plus 400 when the opponents have done it to themselves always feels pretty good.
Yes, how would that go at sort of a middle of the road table, like a spade pass, two spades. If you're West, you bid 3 diamonds, because if you don't, I think that just ends the auction.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, North will bid 3 clubs, game try, and South will reject it. So I don't think North is done after a 2 spade raise.
Yeah.
But I also don't think North is just going to bid 1 spade, 2 spades, 4 spades. Like, the hand just needs a little too much help.
Yeah, like at imps you would, but at match points you don't. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. At imps you just hope partner has 2 black queens and you bid a game.
Yeah. But also no one's going to go for 400. I don't think anyone's going for 300 in 3 spades.
No, I'm just looking at the...
Although, speaking of going for 300...
Dumb one. Yeah. Yeah, well, this worked out great for East-West. Like, West probably was, fine bidding 2 hearts, but you don't love it. East obviously was not going to be super happy to be playing 2 hearts with this trump bid, but...
Wow, a heart lead.
This is going to be... Let's see, so...
Would you have led hearts here or trumps?
I would lead a doubleton trump, but a singleton, partner has some kind of vulnerable trump holding, which he sort of does. Like, you're not necessarily helping your cause by leading a trump. And also, this is the kind of a weird one, because if you lead a trump as West, part of your bet for that lead is that North-South did find a fit, but partners past often will be that they didn't have a fit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you stopping roughs when, trumps are, let's say, well, I guess actually, it's interesting, right? Because South didn't bid 1 spade on the first round. So East, even if he has 5 hearts, has a most 4 spades.
Yep.
So maybe that does mean the opponent's trying a 4-4 fit and a trump lead is actually okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, yeah, this might be a spot where West can diagnose if North-South are in a 4-4.
I think it's likely. I mean, North could obviously have 5 spades, but...
South, you mean?
No, North. I don't think South can ever have five spades.
Oh, well, but that wouldn't be consistent with East pass, right? Is East really passing on a three card trump holding?
I think for the reason that we just saw what happened on the previous board, I would be very tempted to go after them with almost anything.
Yeah, maybe. Although, like, what's East shape then, right? Is he like, if he's 3-5, he would surely bid three hearts, and if he's 3-4 something something, it's only 3-4-4-2, right? Because with the clubs, you might not preference. Yeah, no, that's true. And it's match points again. Like at imps, you know, you might be a little more worried about passing, but here, if we go for 570, who cares?
Well, West has elected to take the plan of never lead trumps on this hand. We'll see how that goes for his side. Queen, I don't like the Queen of Diamonds. You want to cash that Queen of Hearts. Declare could have pitched a heart on this trick. I guess it's... Yeah, okay, so East has a decision on this trick. He could go ace of spades spade, or he could duck.
I kind of like the duck here. You sort of want to give Declare just like room to misguess stuff, particularly in clubs.
Yep. All right, so East does duck. And now Declare
And
will...
Declare knew the spade position anyway, so this duck doesn't really give anything away.
Right. West has hopped up with a club ace. I mean, are we even beating this? I guess we are. East has two natural trump tricks.
Yeah,
but this is
the card here.
Yeah. Yes, Stevie, what is this defense? I mean,
You can just over up here, and
yeah.
And that's down one immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he just has two natural tricks at this point.
It's funny, he could actually over up with the ace and still guarantee down one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he can play any card in his hand, right? Except for the nine of spades.
He's like desperately searching for, like, maybe he pitches the Queen of Clubs here, because then if Declare like leads the King of Clubs for whatever reason, he can rough in and exit a heart, and Declare will be trump tight and will be locked into leading away from the King of Spades at trick 12. Now he roughs in high, exits the Jack of Hearts. I mean, this is a good attempt as well. Declare now needs to rough in hand, cross to the Club King, and take a spade hook. But does work it out.
All right,
So
well.
100, I mean, could have been worse for North-South. Oh my, look at this hand from East.
That was bad. What board number was that? That was board
14.
14. Let's see if they've got yeah, they don't have too many results in yet.
So North-South have the wrong colors for a save. Otherwise, I was going to think they might be able to find their spade fit and get involved here. Okay, I was going to say something silly. I was going to say if North-South don't take their spade tricks, Declare can rough the clubs good and utilize...
Yeah.
5 entries to dummy.
By finessing the beer card.
Hold on a second. Is this actually possible?
You can finesse both the nine of hearts and the seven of diamonds.
Yeah, but I guess South can counter this by putting up the Jack of Diamonds. Anyway,
We, yeah, you can lead the ten and south conducted, or you can play. So you have yeah, one, two, three,
wow.
four, yeah.
Okay, okay. Question: do we bid four spades of South here? Okay, South does, but I don't trust this South.
Um, I would not personally. I would wait for partner to double. Like, your spade suit is great, but right, and you know, your hand is not. Like if you bid three spades, if it goes no trump transfer, you bid three spades and it goes all pass. You kind of wish you hadn't bid three spades.
Yeah, I'm not convinced I would bid three spades. I mean, maybe like depending on agreement, right? I do have four trumps and
You have four trumps and your hand is pretty suit oriented. Like I would do it, particularly with these strong trumps. Good if partners on the fence about a game. We know that we have whatever he's worried about covered.
yeah. Now, East West have done quite well here. I mean, they do have 11 tricks available in Hearts, but they're going to get 500 thanks to the colors. Should not be a difficult cash out scenario. I mean, they can do better. They can get a club rough as well. Two of Hearts. I don't know a lot about the East-West carding. It's true, they can get two club roughs. I mean, if they're very careful on defense, West can switch to a low club now.
Yeah, I think that two of hearts is certainly trying to send that message.
Yeah,
Like,
but is it so clear from West's perspective to... Steph thinks it's pretty easy to get two club
I think it
roughs.
is pretty clear, right? Isn't East often going to have an eight card heart suit there? Like his minimum length is seven, therefore eight is in the picture. So I think like there's West probably should not play that second heart
Well, but why should West switch to clubs instead of diamonds?
because that's what the two of hearts says.
Okay. That's probably a fair point. Yeah, maybe West needed to think a little bit longer on trick one because you're certainly right. I don't think continuing hearts is ever correct. Partner clearly could have overtaken the Queen of Hearts with the King if they wanted to be on lead. And so they want us
Yeah,
on lead for some reason. And
that's very
therefore,
important.
like we're sitting and looking at both kings. We know that like we would have preferred partner to lead a club through, and they probably would have if they were short in clubs, hoping that we had like the ace of clubs. So therefore, partner must be void. I think that's fair. What happened? Did we not even get one club rough?
We I don't know.
Whoa!
Yep, West won the second diamond shift to a trump.
Oh God. I don't know much about Matty B. He doesn't seem like a highly emotional player.
Uh,
But maybe someone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong about that. He can hold it together at the table, but afterwards he'll blow up. That's tonight there will be cuss words.
so
It's
yeah,
it's
unlike
still a little
the
bit better to get blown up on by Matty B than Pepsi, for example, because Pepsi will literally wrestle you.
yeah. Yeah, so unlike these we saw earlier, he does open one heart with his shape, which I like quite a bit more than he won club shows in a few boards ago.
Yeah. So a heart, two hearts. South giving a long look to the auction, thinking about balancing, but with four
I
triple.
mean,
I mean, he does have four spades, but aside from that, I
yeah,
don't
but
think there's any reason.
he's beating it too, so at least, right? He's gonna take three clubs and two diamonds and a heart and a spade.
Yeah. Well, I think he needs to switch to diamonds pretty quickly. And North has to duck when the king of diamonds gets put up. Because the spades come home for 3 tricks. If Declare guesses it.
Yeah. Yeah, although they have to draw trumps first, right? Otherwise, North can rough the third round, so South gets another chance.
Yeah. 4th club now, promoting the 10 of hearts.
Yeah,
Probably not not useful in any way.
I think you just ship to a spade here and hope that South has a major suit entry.
A spade, not a trump?
Well, I mean, are you hoping for a spade rough?
Hmm.
Right, South doesn't have 5 spades. He has a good hand and never acted.
Oh,
White.
no, you know what? You're totally right. South could just have the king of spades and king of hearts, and then you play spade to the king,
Yeah.
partner returns a spade, and then gives you yeah. Now, oh, what?
Well, I think now he's going with the Trump promotion plan, right? That's what this Ace of Diamonds shows.
Okay, yeah. What is South thinking about? Okay, does rough with the 10 of hearts. Can now return a diamond, but South could get end played.
I think South was probably just thinking about what to play after winning this track.
Yeah. What diamond did South play? 9.
The 9. Yep. What is Declare thinking about here?
No, there's a director call.
Huh. Okay. Wonder why.
So Vugraph Operator said South had a small heart in hand, but changed to the 10 of hearts. And okay. So
All right, they're gonna be play it. Jesus.
yeah. I think it kind of depends how egregious it was. Like if it was, if the thing was on the table already, then yeah, I would just be like, we don't need the director for this, right? Like you just have to play this card. But I think if
He
it's
probably
like
attached it and held it in a way that maybe people could have seen it, and now they got to figure out. Yeah, wow, it's a hugely costly play.
okay,
What?
that oh my
Oh, it was a
god.
penalty card.
And
Maybe the Ten of Hearts. The Ten of Hearts might have been a penalty card, or maybe he's just.
yeah, now the 10 of hearts is a penalty card. Holy crap. He could have made this. That's kind of insane.
Funny.
In fact, he probably should have made it. He should have cast an extra diamond, and South would have been on lead with that singleton king of hearts and had to return a spade. Not sure how a minus score is going to do for East-West on this one. I assume it's kind of normal because East does have a 13 count and will open.
Yeah.
But
And I think it's pretty normal. Like a club pass and no, or club pass a spade pass and no trump is possible, or a club pass a spade all pass. But that's not great for East West either, right? And I think minus is probably above average East West.
so what happened was South had pulled the small heart out of his hand, which I guess was charged as being played, and that's what the director did. But then because the 10 of hearts also got played on the same trick, the 10 of hearts became a penalty card. So that's why it looked weird when Declare took that first heart finesse. South played the 10. He was just forced to play the card that was already on the table. All right. let's get a score update. ViewGraph operator says 4 minutes till the next round. Where is this thing? There we go. So some tables haven't finished all the boards, but currently Matt Brown and Steve Rain, after that round, are up to 8th. They have a 64%. Zach Grosak and Ewan are in 3rd with a 65, 66 almost. We have... I'm looking for names that I recognize. There's Dennis Bilda, who's in 13th. I know we've seen this pair before, Marusa Gold and Todor Tihalov.
So Marusha is David Gold's spouse. She's, I think, originally, I think Romanian, but possibly Bulgarian. It was Marusha Basa was her maiden name, but they've been together, gotta be at least a decade.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think her partner is Bulgarian, so that would make sense.
Yeah, we played against her in the last alt event a couple of weeks ago, as you may recall.
Yes, that is probably why I remember those names.
Right, makes sense.
We got Mikkel Rimstedt in 17th. He has a 60%, playing with Palma. Christina from Denmark, Lund Madsen, has a 60. The pair we saw earlier, Janet Depoton, 59. They're in 24th. Wow, after a horrible start, Turrier is up to 59% on the day after 15 boards. Yes.
Come back after
Schenk, a pro from, I think he's in New York, is that right? Or is he Massachusetts?
So I think Massachusetts. He lived in New Hampshire for a long time, but I think he's now in the Boston area.
Got it. I've had the feeling that he always plays with partners who have impronounceable last names. Hotamis, yes. Anyway, so pro from the US, sitting in 31st, 68%. Just scrolling through the list while we wait for the next round. Oh, good. We have Nicholas Hammond. We had a long conversation about Nick Hammond and the software update fiasco a while back. So they're sitting at 53 and change and 47th. Peter Frieden and Simon Eckenberg. They play together a lot. Ooh, Disa is playing with Itabashi.
They've played some before, actually. I've seen them together a few times, I think.
56 are the Dutch Premier League teammates from the Netherlands. Oh, speaking of Netherlands, not that you live there anymore, Steph, but the job I'm applying for and will hopefully get is in Amsterdam. So I might be an honorary European for a little while, at least during my training. 52 is pretty respectable. We see Jess Jerkovic, as you said, and Magnus Olofsson. They're currently a little above 50. Sabina and Roy have dropped a little bit. They're down to just over 50. If I want to play some bridge, let you know. You'll hook me up. I will definitely look into. I have 2 interviews to go, and if they go as badly as my last one, I don't think I'm going to get the offer. But hopefully, I'll step up my game. So. But yeah, maybe if I could just get in touch with Tim Verbeek, that would be good person to talk to from Netherlands. I don't know where he lives. I mean, he probably doesn't live in Amsterdam. Maybe he does. I have no idea. Wait, Chidabashi. Does he not have a sketchy history? Well, his last name.
Extremely.
His last name. I think he's like petitioned to change it from Chidabashi. And so like it might look as if his last name is Itabashi on the scorecard, but yeah, it's spelled differently when you're talking in conversation. There's like a bunch of silent letters in there. He lives a little bit outside of Amsterdam. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to have to ask. I mean, I haven't talked with any of the people about the what it's like living in Amsterdam. I mean, most places in Europe, you don't really need a car. So I think my plan is to not have a car.
Amsterdam, a car is a liability. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my plan is to just not have a car whenever I get my job, but I have to figure that out. Are we back on? No, not yet. You've seen him walk around at pairs events and watch boards over people's shoulders, and that was 25 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, Itabashi. Yeah, that's always been his thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's famous for having very good peripheral vision.
Oh my god. Gavin's a little below 50%. I think that's about where he was. Ooh, Brogland also in the field. He's a bit below 50 as well. Christian Lehrman sitting at 46 and change.
I don't think I know him.
Lehrman,
Yeah.
he plays. So let me try and remember. I mean, it's been a while. He's from Denmark, right? And I think
He's like the news failure, but
like he plays with someone that you would know, and I'm blanking on his regular partner's name, but Christian's a Danish whiz kid who bluffs too much. That sounds plausible. Who does he play with? Like, I know I've seen him on some really good teams, but I guess I'm blanking on his partner. Who's not doing too well? Selena and Steve Ash. Selena and Steve Ash. Yeah. Selena Pepic and Stephen Ash. And then, oh, thank God. Look, Sam Dinkins down here at 41%. That's what I like to see. Finally, there is justice for playing a terrible bidding system. I can guarantee that there's zero chance Sam Dinkin will ever hire me in the future if he heard a word of my stream. Like, Lehrman played with Kolesnik in the European pairs. Got it. Maybe that's what I recognize him from. I'm not sure. Okay, well, those are the results from that. Oh my God, we're right in. We're into the next board. Here we go. East opens a club. Double by South looks reasonable. One diamond by West. Would you have been at all tempted to make a diamond preempt by West there over the takeout double?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not what it means for this pair, but like maybe it's a little too strong that you'd feel sad if you bid two diamonds, a partner was about to bid one no trump and play it there.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking more like, what's our big risk here? It's that the opponents are just making four of a major, and maybe in that case, I really want to jam the auction now, with like 3 diamonds, for example. But yeah, okay. So North-South do find the spade fit, and they get to 4 spades. How is this gonna do? Not a ton of tricks available. I think Declare might misguess the heart, although, counterpoint to that is that you're only really gaining when the Queen of Hearts is 3rd with East, because otherwise you still have a 4th round heart loser. So maybe for that reason, Declare gets the hearts right, because it's just higher percentage.
Right. I mean, this looks pretty good, right? I mean, you can pitch a club on the diamond. Yeah, as you say, if you pick off the hearts, you're just going to lose the ace of spades from here, I think.
You might lose a trump because West can overruff the 3rd club.
Oh, right. That's true.
I mean, maybe not. I guess, depends how the play proceeds, because obviously Declare could duck a spade to the stiff ace, ruff a club low, ruff a club with the king of spades, pitch one on the diamond ace, and then pick off the heart suit and make 11 tricks. But that 10-9 third of spades is going to be a little bit pesky to deal with. Maybe Declare gets this right because... Okay, a club continuation... I wonder... I think now's the time. If Declare wants to make 11 tricks, they're going to have to lead a heart to the jack immediately. Like, they don't have to, but, like, leading the 6 of spades to the queen is not going to work.
Right, I guess you would have to pick off the stiff ace of spades so you can ruff a club high. Is that...
Yeah. Ducking a spade now would be a cheat-a-bashi play. Yes, it would.
Yeah, I think like that's one where even if you know it works, like you just don't do it anyway.
Yeah, East has done very well on defense here. I mean, this is now forced Declare's hand.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, now he has to guess the heart to make it.
Yep. 10 of diamonds return. Looks like West is hoping East can rough this trick for whatever reason.
Yeah, so Declare actually now has the option to guess hearts either way, right? Because he can pitch a heart here on the ace of diamonds, ruff a club, draw trumps, and guess hearts either way.
Yep. Yeah, giving up the spade trick has allotted Declare with some extra possibilities. 10 of diamonds return might look a little suspicious. Well, we know West has diamond length. West bid a diamond over the takeout double. So Declare knows about the diamond length already, but might not know about the diamond honors.
It's true, but like yeah, as you say, like the 10 when he's looking at the ace and 9, like West has to have some of the ones in between.
I think West should have played the king of diamonds.
All of them. Yeah.
Like
yeah. I mean, just do normal things, and also like as you say, West wants to show the diamond strength to give Declare the best chance to misguess the hearts.
Yeah, I don't think in this scenario. I think if we had a small doubleton heart, we should play the queen. But with the Queen of Hearts, we want to play the King to
Right.
let
Yeah.
let declare know.
Let the player know that we don't need the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're double block. It's true. There's a little bit of mind games sometimes, depending on like the level of competition. Like if we're playing against very strong opposition, then yeah. Like you definitely should play the Queen if you think if you're playing against world class opponents. I agree. I agree. Because like playing a good declarer will know we didn't need to play the King, and therefore why are we giving declarer extra information? A little bit of psychology involved. I do like that aspect of the game. I mean, that's something that I think I do quite well. Queen is Giga Chad. You mean North figured it out? Yeah, North did figure it out.
Yeah.
It's possible because of the 10 of diamond switch, even. Like, that 10 of diamond switch just looks so strange to me. But
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, if it looks like West is trying to like make something happen, that's probably the reason.
Yeah. One spade by South. Board 18. 2 heart overcall by West. 2 no by North. 4 card limit raise.
That's a decent start by East West here to get to their best spot. You know, Ace 8, 5, 4, 3 is not everyone's idea of a 2-level overcall.
No. Although this is like a Steve Weinstein thing where there was so Steve was being pulled for the what's it called? The It's Your Call thing in the Bridge Bulletin. Is that a thing?
It is. Yeah, it's the version of the Master Solvers Club.
Yeah. So like Steve Weinstein was being pulled, and he had a hand that was like a 15 count with Jack Fifth of Hearts, and I was like on call with him at the time. Don't ask how this happened.
Okay.
But he was asking like everyone on the call like, what would you do? And so I was the first person. I was like, I have a 5-card heart suit. I overcall 2 hearts. It's match points. What's the problem? And everyone else agreed with me. And Steve put in his bid of like double instead. And Steve got 0 points in the Master Solvers Club for his double. He's just like, the write-up was like, all experts are in agreement. Well, all except one.
Yeah, and I don't hate double, but I don't know. You know, 2 heart like 2 hearts. Like when it works out really well. And if you don't start with 2 hearts, you never get to this kind of 5-3 fit.
Yeah. It's definitely sketchy to overcall on Jack Fifth.
Yeah.
But the hand that it was in, it was just like a very clear 2-heart overcall. Like it was not a takeout double. It was something like 2-5, 2-4 or whatever, but too strong to pass. Well, not a lot of action. North-South have found their spade fit.
Yeah, this looks kind of sensible. Cash a diamond, look around, and I mean, maybe just try to cash out looking at those strong clubs.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, so what do we know about the hand, right? We know that West overcalled 2 hearts, but East found a raise. We know East only has 3 hearts. West didn't lead the Ace of Hearts. So East has one of the heart honors. But we also know that West has the ace king of diamonds.
Right, because West's opening lead was the ace of diamonds.
I,
So I think if you're Declare, you've got a pretty strong suspicion of where that king of clubs is.
I think I go for it, right? Whoa! Why? What is West doing now? Declare gave you another chance. Oh my god! Now Declare doesn't even need to play for the king of clubs on. They can take a roughing hook against the jack of diamonds. But I mean, I would still run the queen of clubs here.
I think the location of the king of clubs is a lock at this point.
I agree, but it is scary because we have a plus score. It is possible at other tables the opponents are going to be playing in three hearts, and 140 is going to beat.
That's not possible. We have a 9-card spade fit, and partner has a limit raise.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's possible some pairs are playing in 4 spades going down off of ace king at tricks 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fine. You convinced me.
Yeah. I mean, there's an argument for going plus, but it's not that people might be minus 140 on your cards.
Oh, I don't think it would be 140. I mean, I think we're beating three hearts, but we're not beating it enough.
Right.
Unless that's just not true.
I mean, we're going to get a spade, a heart, 0 diamonds, and
2 clubs.
If they get club roughs. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Right, because if you're getting club roughs, they're compressing their trump tricks.
Oh my god. 3 hearts was just making east-west. What? God, get these players out of here. I thought we were supposed to see... hold on. I'm going to look at this. Where are these players? We have we have gun. I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm just going to do Control F.
Yeah.
So North-South have a 45% game right now. And East-West have a 40% game. Gah!
Isn't this just like the first session or so?
Yeah.
This is a little early to be totally throwing in the towel here, I think.
What? I guess we're just roughing a bunch of things high. Okay. Made 3. Plus score. Plus scores are good, generally, at match points. Maybe South thinks they're playing imps already. They're getting pre-practiced for this weekend's competition. 140. Whew.
It's probably fine, I'm gonna take a look at the charts here, but I suspect that that's still a pretty good result North-South. 40-18, right?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 140 is 80% of the match points.
So why is 140 80%?
Because a lot of pairs are getting to 4 spades going down.
I see. You're playing a big tournament this weekend, Steph? Is it the continuation of that whatever Premier League, Hungarian Premier League? So probably 2 spades by South. Par is that hard? I mean, I can understand that if North shows a 4-card limit raise, South might decide with the singleton club to try for game.
Yeah, because we don't have the auctions, but about 25% of the tables got to 4 spades.
Yeah, that
actually more than half the tables got to 4 spades.
Right. I mean, that would make sense for the 80% result of 140.
Yep. And a couple of pairs made it.
Yeah. 2 hearts by South.
You're playing transfer preamps. Okay.
Is that okay? Weak spades, 4 hearts, and a minor. Interesting.
That seems quite unsound to me.
Wow. Yeah, because North was forced to bid only two spades. Oh
And you
no.
can't just play two. And when you have hearts in a minor, partner doesn't have a fit. You can't just play two hearts.
Oh no.
Well, North should be bidding more spades now, but it's given East West. East West are in the same spot, right? If South would open two spades, West would do whatever he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, here North certainly should be bidding at least three spades.
Yeah, what is North? Is this the infamous we wanted to play two spades and now we want to play four spades hand?
I mean, four spades is a lucky make, but it's a make.
Yeah. Who is this Austrian streamer shift? I don't mind people shouting out other streamers if as long as you're being, not a dick about it. Oh, Zeal. I didn't realize that he was Austrian. I could not place his accent, but I do know him. He has a really awesome Final Fantasy. He does a lot of like JRPG speedruns.
Oh, cool.
One of two hooks to work. I think one of two hooks is correct. I mean, it also needs the diamonds to come home for one loser.
Yeah. Yeah, if you pick up either pointed suit for no losers, you make your game.
Please bid four spades north. Please. This would be my favorite auction of the day if North bids four spades here.
I mean, four clubs superficially looks to be down one, right? Losing a spade, a heart, and two diamonds. So he better either double or bid because plus 100 is not going to be a good result for North South.
Yeah. I am familiar with a lot of streamers who have like a bunch of viewers and have been around for a long time. I've been following a lot of communities on Twitch for a while before I got into streaming myself. Well, Four Clubs East is going to be a nice result. Could South also think about bidding four spades? I mean, maybe, like, I understand the Singleton Club is nice, and maybe you just think it's a good save, like if you're down one against four clubs making. But
I think just as a general principle, you have to, like your hand is pretty middle of the road. On values, it's maybe even a little light because your suit is weak. I think you just have to trust that, you've shown approximately what you have, and partner makes his decision based on, based on his decision. Your hand is normal, and your hand is normal.
I know Craig and I have disagreed on this before, and I'm going to do it again. I'm putting my foot down, Craig. I think South bidding four spades is very reasonable, but I also think that North has kind of grossly misevaluated the playing strength of his hand.
I hate four spades. You are 6'4". I just feel like, you have approximately a normal hand. You need more, you need something beyond that to bid. Like, if you had a club void, then I think it's, totally fine to bid. I mean, your hand is just not exceptional enough to, to sort of like retroactively send the message that you did something silly on the previous rounds.
Well, I don't think South had done anything silly on the previous rounds. Like, South had a pretty normal preempt, and his hand mostly just kept getting better. Like, partner having a spade fit is really good for him. The opponent's having clubs has made his hand better. So, like, I think it's definitely borderline, but, like, colors-wise, it's match points. If the opponents are 130 in clubs, maybe minus 100 and four spades doubled is going to be a good result.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I do think I like North bidding the game a little bit more than South. Either way, it was an interesting idea from Steph. I think it's well thought out.
Or North, by the way, with three likely tricks in his hand, can just double. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's where North South should be saving the board.
Yeah, that's somewhat reasonable as well. I kind of agree. Like East is very unlikely to have a spade void, and West also is pretty unlikely to have a spade void. So the ace of spades should cash.
Right, King of Diamonds is behind the guy with strength.
Yep.
You need partner to have something, but partner open the bidding. He's supposed to have something. I guess you could have King, Queen, Six of Spades, and out, and then it's pretty bad. But the Jack of Diamonds might score then.
Yeah, I think some players who play these like unusual conventions just treat the situation as if like we've already swung the board, presumably in our favor, for the like use of our convention. Therefore, we're just going to like pass wherever we end up and assume that that's a decent result. And I think it sometimes is a good thought process, but on this board, it does not work out.
Yeah, I think, like, your action wasn't that weird. You opened a week 2 bid, except it wasn't the suit you actually held. You had a normal raise auction. Like, there's no, like, it's one thing if you're opening one of these, like, 2 suited 2-level bids and maybe the whole field doesn't play it. Here, it's just normal. Like, you showed a week 2 bid, the opponents got into the bidding as they would at every table. Like, what,
Yeah.
In what way do you think you're ahead of the game at this point?
Yeah. Fair point. Well, last board of this set, we get the Queen of Spades lead against a no trump all pass, 15-17 from South. Declare is going to have a pretty good idea of what's going on in the spade suit. Wait, what? Did North really not invite upset of 15-17? Or hold on, am I going crazy? Should we be inviting with North?
No, it's 15-17. I mean, an indifferent 8 count with 2 queens and 2 your honors double 10. I don't know.
Okay, fine. Maybe I was overexcited, but it looked to
I think no 10s and a king jack double 10. There's no reason to invite with a north hand.
Yeah.
And it's match, like even imps, I think you let it go, but at match points you definitely let go. So, club splitting obviously is going to be good. The diamond finesse, if he takes it, is going to work. 5, 6, 7 is going to take, looks like at least 8 tricks, right?
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, since it's a clear invite from North and accept from South, they just missed their 9-trick game. They can score a heart and 4 clubs and 3 diamonds. Whoa! What is this play? And also, how did it win?
Well, he knows it's safe, right? He can always force a spade trick.
Yeah, but do you really want to? Maybe you do. Okay, never mind.
It's a 9th trick, so...
You know what? Fair enough.
I think you actually do want to. The opponents can attack hearts. Yeah, I think it basically guarantees 9 tricks, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the
no, clubs, it's a club split.
Yeah, it depends on the club split. All right, so as I was saying, now Declare just has their clear 10 tricks in 1 no trump. Is that true? Do we have enough entries to do everything? Club to the ace, diamond to the jack. No, club to the ace, heart to the queen. I mean, I don't think this line of play is going to happen, but I'm just... Why are we leading another spade now?
Yeah, this makes no sense. Then right, club to the ace, diamond, club to the king, ace of diamonds, clubs.
I'm sorry, what was this?
Yeah, feels like things went a little... Well, I mean, it's still basically safe, right? The opponents can only take 4 tricks immediately.
Yeah, but... This is like the same thing that happened at Matty B's table in the 2 heart contract. Someone just dumped their entire hand on the table, and now we have a bunch of penalty cards. And from the looks of it, it's Declare in this example. How about we watch the USA Senior Trials? That was good fun. That was good, clean fun. Remember, Steph, when you asked me how much I thought the U.S. seniors were a disadvantage to the U.S. Opens? And I said like half an imp aboard, and you thought that that was too much? I remember. I was there for that.
I mean, there's some pretty good senior teams, but no, yeah, they would get slaughtered every time by the Open team.
You regret. I also regret the senior trials. Well, this is 9 tricks. Feels like a pretty nice result for Declare. Maybe it's somewhat normal.
I think Declare's screwing around, like, you know, he always had 9 tricks when things worked, and maybe something would happen to, like, maybe the opponents break cards. Now you don't need the clubs to split.
Yeah.
So I think his play was actually pretty sensible, even though it looked kind of weird.
Yeah. It's totally unfair to compare the senior team to like a junior team because, of course, the junior team's gonna win. You're just gonna put them under time pressure, and especially with a lot of these new clock rules, everyone gets penalized heavily for being behind on the clock.
Yeah, plus 150 was a pretty solid result. Or like duplicated a lot of tables, but it was 112 out of 158, so a little more than 2/3 of the match points.
Yeah, let's see. The VuGraph operator has been doing a pretty good job of keeping us up to date on time things. I'm going to pull up standings in another tab so that I can look. Wow! Midge Dunitz is in 2nd place currently.
Who's he playing with?
Don't make me pronounce this name. Iftikhar Bakai.
Oh, Ifty. Oh, yeah. So Ifty, we played against him in the alt, and you like didn't believe he's really an expert. He's an expert.
All right, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, he goes by Ifty.
Yeah. Junior Bridge is a fun part of everyone's life, I think. And the people who aren't playing Junior Bridge have missed out. Ewan and Zach in 4th place is not bad. Marusha Gold sitting in 10th currently. Maddie B and Steve Rain have dropped a little bit, but they're still in 11th. 61%. I mean, the leaders are up at 67. Not a ton of other updates. I mean, once you get below 60, you're useless. No chance of winning. I mean, that's not true. There are 3 sets, and of course, almost anyone can still win even after the first set. Roy and Sabina had not done super hot. Oh no. They really didn't. They're sitting at 43% now. I think they were around 50, a little bit above when we last checked in on them, but 43 is not good. Yikes. What is important, though, is that they're still well ahead of Sam Dinkin. That is very important.
Who was Sam playing with?
How about Kaplan and Jolly? You know, you had mentioned them earlier.
Yeah, they're
Okay, hold on. Before I answer this, are Kaplan and Jolly playing a bridge system? Or are they playing something else? Do we know?
Maybe we'll get to see them, but man, that is not a great start for those guys.
Will we get to see them?
Oh.
Think it's just vibes. Yeah. I have played with each of them once. Not true. I have played with Jolly twice.
I've played with Applin, but I believe never Jolly.
Also not true. I've played with Kaplan twice. It's all coming back to me now. Look at Seabrand and Tim van de Pavard. I don't know who those players are. Well, I've heard the names. Oh, Van Oosten. Oh, yeah. Adam had some medical issues. That's really sad and unfortunate. I hope that he's doing okay. But presumably he's doing great. He made it to Iceland and is playing in the tournament. Okay, hold on. Vugraph Operator has given us an update on the pairs that are going to be coming to this table, maybe? Oh, the pairs that are at this table. Cool. This means that we get to figure out where they are before I start making fun of every action that all four players take. Okay, here we go. Oleg, Geyer. Oh! North, South are in first. And East, West are in 12th. Okay, this is a high level table.
Yeah, East, I don't know, but West, of course, is an extremely strong player.
So East opens 3 hearts in second seat, favorable, but not everyone's choice. It's probably because they play 2 hearts is something else.
Yeah, or maybe maybe it's also too weak for their multi or something, because boy, that is pretty bad. Wow.
Brad just tried to confuse all the spectators. Yeah, what?
I'm surprised West didn't hit that.
Interesting. Well, I mean, this is going to go for a huge number because Ace of Spades is going to fetch the queen from south, and then West can switch to the 8 of Spades, which he'll be surprised actually wins the trick while his partner wins.
Right. Yeah, because if South had Queen Jack doubled, he doesn't care. They have a stopper anyway.
Yeah. 3-no is a big bid by South. 16 count, but, stiff Queen of Spades and your heart stopper is a little bit tenuous. Oh, thanks, D-Chill. Supposedly this table is trying to pick up top pairs from 4 rounds previously. Maybe that's the way the Vugraph's going to be set up, which means hopefully from here on out we will get good opposition in general. East did switch to diamonds, counter to what their partner wanted. I don't know how I feel about that. Also declare a pitch to club.
Yeah, well, I think it wasn't totally clear that that's what West was signaling for, right? Because a lot of times this kind of position, like, you're giving Sue preference, but usually it's between 2, and hearts since declare. East knows he has terrible hearts. South showed heart strength, or at least heart stoppers with his no trump bid. I think it's kind of reasonable to think that West was saying Sue preference between the minors and not Sue preference between all 3.
But West had 5 small spades to choose from.
Yeah, still, I think East play here is pretty reasonable. Because also, maybe they have the agreement that high and low are Sue preference and middle is neutral. And maybe this should be an exception, but it's not as straightforward as as you're making it out to be, I think.
Like the 8, 6, and 2, I think should all be clear.
I mean, maybe, but isn't kind of a normal agreement like high and low or super preference and middle is neutral? Like maybe here this is a weird one where all three are in play, but it's not obvious to me, right? Like South can have ace, what if from South's point of view, East point of view, South is like ace queen 10 fourth of hearts.
Yeah, but then why would partner play the 8 of spades?
He would if he thinks that it's a two suit situation and not a three suit situation.
Okay. Um, I think I
I
strong disagree with this, but it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, so did West, right? Because, well, actually, maybe, like, we're assuming that West was signaling for a heart, but maybe he was worried about an end play, figuring that he's got entries, um, and wanted to make sure that he was protected against that. Like,
I,
West knows Declare can never make it. So maybe he did want a diamond to avoid an end play and just get a bunch of tricks.
oh my god, Declare took the diamond hook. What is he doing?
Yeah, that's weird.
What?
Right, like West knows he's beating it no matter what. So
Well, it's not guaranteed that Declare is going down on a diamond switch, right? Declare could have 8 clubs and the ace of diamonds.
it's
But,
possible. Yeah.
like Declare's hand is ace king, 8th of clubs or whatever, the ace of diamonds, and the king of hearts. Then you definitely want to
But
heart back.
right, and maybe he would have tried. Well, I guess not with no spades. So I think maybe he would have tried four no trump. With that though, he might have tried five clubs. Right, if he was like 1 2 2 8, 3 no would be a pretty big bid.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, I mean, like, you don't want to let Declare cash out like they could here. Declare could have, rather than pitching
Yes.
a club, pitched like a diamond from hand as East 1, and then a diamond comes back and Declare wins the ace and cashes 6 clubs and he's down 2.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think East West will probably have a discussion about what everything meant at some point.
yeah. Well, 3 no trump did take 9 tricks. Wrong direction, but still 500 for East West. Salen's Min's name is familiar to you. I actually don't know West, but Craig's familiar with them.
West played with Boya seriously for several years.
Ah.
One of the just one of the strong Norwegians.
No double, no trouble. I mean, there there honestly might have been like this 500 thing might have been very important because I think East West will get to 4 spades at a lot of tables and presumably make it.
Yeah, let's take a look here. It was board 21.
One of the very wait, did Craig say one of the very few strong Norwegians?
No, I said one of the strong Norwegians.
Okay. Steph has added one of the very few. Um,
I did not say that.
there.
Yeah, so four spades was bid at a bunch of tables and only made at one of them.
Wait, what? Did I miscount something? Don't you have 2 clubs? Oh, 3 rounds of clubs has gives.
Junker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was just looking at the spade position and the ace of diamonds on side, but yes, of course.
Yeah, so the East West that got to play three spades. A couple of them made 170, but just about everybody's making 140 or making minus 50. So the East West plus result is very close to a top.
Yeah.
Someone doubled and got 1100s, and I think that's the only result that beat the 500 here.
Oh man. Wow.
All right, so
Yeah, well, Steph, we all know that country population has nothing to do with bridge ability because Monaco used to be like the strongest bridge country in the world for a long time.
So how did I see? I think like how did North South not get to three no Trump here? But I guess kind of by a somewhat sensible route.
Yeah, West opened two spades and North, trotted out three hearts, and then South
Oh.
decided there was nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, right? South knows he has a good hand, but he doesn't have much of a fit, and he really doesn't have any guarantee of four level safety. So
I I honestly wonder if as South we should just be bidding three spades over partner's three heart over call. Most of the time, partner's going to deliver a six card heart suit. And if not, maybe they bid three no and we're happy to pass. It has its risks, but at imps, I would definitely do it. Right? We're a
yeah,
passed hand, so we really can't have much less or much more.
right.
Um, but
And
170.
yeah, I think the maybe the third spade is bad for that because it makes a three no bid less likely.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
think
it's very possible that partner has like king queen third of spades, and but then three spades is going to work out great. Partner bids three no. Like three hearts could go down when three no makes in that scenario where spades are 6-3-3-1 around.
so. This will be
Is Mitch Dunnett's the tall, half bald, funny guy? He is tall and funny. I didn't know that he was half bald. From
yeah.
Atlanta? No, I think he lives out in the West,
No, he's
right?
from LA.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah,
LA.
he's yeah. I'm not sure who that would be from Atlanta.
Tall, half bald, funny guy from Atlanta. That's very specific. So West won no, 15-17 again. Now East has a bit of a problem. I mean, it's a 12 count. You probably just did 3 no, but I mean, maybe you go looking for more. Looks like East
Yeah,
has a bit of
definitely.
ambition here.
My, you know, it is a pretty good hand.
I mean, yes, like it is a very, very good 12 count. I will give you that. So what do we need for Slam to be good? Partner has like a bunch of key cards, right? King of Diamonds, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Spades, and we're cold for 12 tricks.
I have no idea what the sequence by East. Like, obviously, like, I'm looking at his hand so I can see what it is. But does anyone play this way?
Well, this isn't common in the US, but I do know from playing with a bunch of Europeans back in the day that most of them don't play any form of Texas, in particular delayed Texas. So I mean, for many of them, this would just
Like,
be natural with diamonds.
but can you just transfer bid three no trumps or bid, or something like? I mean, just being forced past three no trump a hand like this seems insane to me.
Yeah, as Steph said, delayed Texas does not exist in EU. I mean, I played with players who didn't even know what regular Texas was from Europe.
Yeah. No,
Um,
that's fine, but the sequence just seems totally, totally committal, which, as we were just saying, is a pretty big position on that East End.
Oh no, no, no! Like I've literally had this sequence with a player from Europe, and they were like, "You're making a slam try in diamonds."
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like I understand that like this
Which I
is
guess is what it is,
yeah,
but you know, I think the American style where you transfer and find out if partner, fills in your diamonds or not. I don't know. Seems like it's useful to know.
right. Yeah, so the convention name's appropriate because no one in Europe has heard of Texas. That's not true. I think Texas and Florida are like the two states that everyone has heard of. No one has heard of Montana in other countries. California. Are we just going to name states now? There's a song. I actually never learned the state song in school.
I didn't know there was a state song.
I think it's taught everywhere other than where I went to school, which is really weird. You're happy to name every state for free beer. How do you want that shipped? You know what? Here's the deal. I think I might owe you a beer from when we played, but even if I don't, I will get you a beer. If I land this job in Amsterdam, then when I see you in Europe, I will get you a beer. That's the
Yeah.
deal.
Is your next round the final round?
No, I have two more rounds. All right, Steph was thinking this might be optional keycard and diamonds. Let me see if that's plausible based on what has happened. I mean, West has 3, so maybe they're playing 0, 3, 1, 4. 4 hearts, 4 spades, 4 no. Unclear. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. Maybe 4 diamonds was just natural slamish, 4 hearts cubed, 4 spades cubed, 4 no trump sign off. Well, what are we leading as North against this nonsense? Are we leading a club?
You just lead the 10 of hearts. It's safe. You've got enough of them that, like, here picks up a free finesse, but, it can't really blow anything out, and we have enough of them that maybe something good will happen.
Yeah. That's true. So they do lead the 10 of hearts. What I've heard, and I've only ever talked with someone about this once, so this might not be great advice, but I've been told that leading against quantitative auctions is the same as leading against 3 now.
I think that's how most, like, that's certainly how I handle the situations, and I think that's, like, against 6 no, you make a different lead, but you make the same lead against 3 no and 4 no.
Nice operator misclick here. But this operator's actually been quite good throughout the entire day, so.
Yeah, very.
So I'm kind of curious then, like, would we not lead a spade? I know it's risky,
But this isn't a quantitative auction, right? This is just, this is a slam try auction, but not a straight quantitative auction.
Yeah. How many tricks does Declare have? They have 7 diamonds, 2 clubs, 3 hearts, is 12. Okay. Yeah. And Declare's shape is not fully known, but presumably the defense can get enough count signals, or give enough count signals to know what to keep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fairly straightforward for the defense to, force out to unguard the clubs.
Yeah, North is doing a good job pitching all of his hearts and not committing to either black suit yet. And, I mean, obviously now that Declare has pitched 3 spades, North is quite content to pitch a spade. So, last kind of chance. I mean, if Declare really wanted to go all out, could try running the 10 of clubs here for 13th trick. Steph doesn't like South's club pitch. I mean, I would tend to agree.
Oh, they did.
You know what? I wonder. Declare didn't need to run all of the diamonds before cashing the 3 hearts, right? Like, there was a legitimate squeeze chance.
Oh God, wait, we got some undoes. Is he... What's going on here?
Not sure.
Wondering if North somehow screwed up at the end and pitched no.
No.
Oh, weird.
I because Declare could have cashed 3 hearts and then run all of the diamonds, right? And then there would have been a legitimate squeeze against a player with the ace of spades and queen jack of clubs or 5 clubs. Declare's actual line of play, I guess, was like demonstrating a lack of understanding of squeezes. IMO. But it's okay. West is a good player. Trust us. I'm sure. There should be one board to go. Ooh, okay, well, interesting comment from the ViewGraph operator, so a little sad that we missed this, but South actually didn't pitch a club, as Steph was very upset about earlier. South had held on to the queen of clubs and ditched the ace of spades in the end position. Good defensive signaling, but should be routine for players who are close to leading this event. All right, board 24. Maybe we are playing 32 boards. That feels like a really long session.
Yeah, and West, in fact, has won 2 world championships.
I believe you.
Yeah, he was on the Bermuda Bowl winning team in Shanghai in 2007, and it says 43rd World Team Championships in Lyon, 2017. I'm not sure whether it was transnational or what, because it appears to have been a transnational squad. So, yeah. And I think that would not have been a Rosenblum year, right? The Rosenblum would have been, yeah, the Rosenblum was 2018 because I played in it. So, 4-handed actually, that's a pretty big result.
Wow. Yeah, especially with Declare play like that. I should stop. I shouldn't stop, but I should stop. I'm not going to. But anyway. So here, North-South have found a club fit, but East-West have managed to reach their spade fit.
Yeah, nice win by East.
Yeah, East has this nice hand, and obviously it's a little bit scary with your partner sitting over there passing between 2 bidding opponents to take a second call, forcing your side to the 3 level. But, you know, the club void kind of has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wonder if East is thinking about bidding on. I have to imagine that 3 diamonds by West would have been like a stronger 3 spade bid. Like
Yeah,
effectively a Q bid.
Right, like sort of an impossible bid, therefore it has some kind of meaning.
Yeah, so maybe East has overlooked that inference, or maybe East just thinks his hand is good enough anyway.
Yeah, and if what values West has were in anything other than clubs, it would be better. But even so, the ace of clubs is useful. You know, it's a diamond pitch that we need.
Yeah.
If they lead a diamond, right? But they got a bunch of chances too.
Yeah, so as South, I wonder what South is going to do here. I would be very tempted to double this. Okay, that was not the bid I was thinking about making.
I think I would double, you know, but like we don't have any club tricks, obviously, but our diamond holding is probably working for us.
Yeah, I really like having the king queen of diamonds. I kind of like not having the queen of clubs because it's not as if partner has promised a club suit over there. This just makes. Oh God, does this just make?
Does it really? Yeah, I mean there's a diamond in a club. There's no, you know, well, let's see. Does the tap? I guess yeah. Just thinking of like, does the tap get the defense anywhere?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Like club Draw trumps, play a dime, and yeah, dimes are 3-3. There's nothing to it. Well, nice result for North South here.
Yeah, I mean, four spades doubled would have been a nice result as well, I think, but it's no 550, I don't believe.
No, they certainly weren't getting 800.
No, no. But yeah, I mean, going plus a lot on what appears to be a part score deal, or at least from the onset appears to be a part score deal. I mean, North never made any sort of positive call in the auction. North opened a club, and then when North was forced to bid over partners one spade, they bid a no trump showing stuff in hearts, which isn't necessarily good from South's perspective. I mean, I guess South was looking to save, but that
Yeah.
maybe South was right. Maybe I'm way off base on this one.
I mean, it looks aggressive to me, but yeah, like there also could have just been some, you know, I guess like whatever. Their auction didn't seem like it would have any inferences. I think he just, you know, just decided what to do and it worked out.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say I like this diamond play by Declarer. It's possible that East is like 7-4-2 with ace doubleton of diamonds. So now we can cross again in clubs and lead another low diamond to the queen. That seems to work from my perspective. I don't think I'm missing something, right?
Um, no, I don't think so. I mean, I guess it works out badly if somehow East was 4-5-4-0, but that doesn't seem super likely.
Yeah.
And maybe then you were, well, no, I guess you weren't dead then anyway because you've got that spade entry, but you weren't going to get it right. You were going to lose that 10 of diamonds anyway on that layout.
Yeah.
I guess if West had 10 doubleton of diamonds, now you go down on a contract you could have made.
Sure. Um,
Life is too tough.
yeah. Diamond to the jack. This also works, right? Because like even if East had ace doubleton of diamonds, we can now rough the fourth diamond in dummy.
Well, no, the danger is that the rough is the defensive third trick, right? Well, West had a doubleton diamond. That's a danger. Yeah, if West had 4 diamonds, this would be fine.
Steph says draw all the trumps, then play another diamond up, but then we get tapped, right? Oh, because they hadn't returned a heart to tap us the first time, we do have multiple entries. Yeah. That's
No, that would be fine. But like, we just on some of those layouts, we have to guess the diamond, but we always do.
Yep. I think in practice this is equally good to pulling all trumps, then crossing to spade king and leading a low diamond up to the queen. Okay. Well, that duck is not going to work out, but 550. Huge result. Let's take another look at standings. Do I have multiple standings pages up? I do not. Okay, the top of the field has flattened out a little bit, at least in terms of percentage. No one is up to, like 67% anymore. The top result is 63 and change. This pair that we were just watching, Omar Ola Gearson and Stefan Johansson, have dropped down to fourth.
So while we've got a round break, I'm going to step away for a moment.
Okay. What are... Oh, I figured it out. Okay. I think I'm interpreting the little arrow markings on the score sheet. It looks like that's the pairs that still have boards to play. And I don't know what the asterisk is. Maybe that's the pair that has a sit out or something. Yeah, there's been some good mean regression, which is always nice. So Mitch Dunitz and Ifty are still sitting well in second place by a little bit, behind Gunnarsson and Savarsson. Ooh, okay. Wait, why do we have Dunitz and Haig? We have not updated the northeast and south names, but looks like we will be seeing the second place pair now, Mitch Dunitz and Ifty Bakai, going up against whoever they're playing in this round. Wait, what is it? Is it round 7? Round 7 is... I think we have the same north-south pair, if I'm reading the score sheet correct. So another really strong matchup here. Dunitz and Bakai against Ole Gearson and Johansson, second place and fourth place currently. Who is Ewan? That is Ewan who has been around stream for a while. We haven't seen him in quite some time. But he's playing with Zach Grossack. I think, for the record, because this has been talked about on stream, this is the first and last time he ever plans to hire pros. Well, he's hired Zach Grossack in the past, but he does not have a ton of money, but he really wanted to play in this tournament with a very strong team, and so he has hired a team for the tournament, and I guess Zach for the first 2 days of pairs. Okay.
What did I miss here?
Round 7, last round today. Oh, maybe I could have figured this out a different way when they said it was rounds 1 to 7 this afternoon. But yes, so 28 boards. We do have the same north-south pair that we just saw. They slipped to 4th place, and we're getting Mitch Dunitz and Ifty, who are currently in 2nd. So this is a big match. Big set of 4 boards. Whenever we get the boards loaded in.
Yep. And I think there is a bit of a delay, right? Because we're feels like there's maybe like a 10 or 15 minute delay because we're seeing some results come in as the round is in progress.
Oh, really? I haven't been looking mid-round, but I guess it's possible. I think we started maybe 5 minutes late on VuGraph at least.
Whoa. Yeah, I have been looking, and it looks like they're, maybe like 1 board delayed or something.
Man, we keep getting all of these big diamond suits. So if East gets to open to no trump, they're going to right side all of the slams. Although slam appears to be not making. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I guess well,
we're on the club finesse, right? But it's offside.
Well, from East, I mean, if South leaves the King of Hearts, don't we make it?
Oh, that's true. That's a fair point. Yes, I had not looked that deeply. So 1-0 by East, 2 clubs showing the majors by South. I mean, system's on, right? Maybe? Like what?
I would think.
Well, not systems on, but we're playing like an unusual over unusual in this scenario, yeah? So We can bid like 3 spades if we want. 2 spades. That's what I meant. I got it out just before the bid hit the table. It looks like I know what I'm talking about. So 2 spades is a good hand with diamonds. I assume East might just bid 3 no over this.
I mean,
Whoa! That is a bid.
yeah, I think East is probably just going to double this and see what happens.
Wow.
Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the auction. The 3 no from is fine too, red white.
Steph likes 4 hearts more than 3. I'm not sure I like any hearts, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's a little bit too timid to not get in the opponent's way at these colors. East does preference the vulnerability here and bidding 3 no as opposed to going for a penalty against 3 hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, assuming the West bid normally is at least invitational, we're pretty happy to accept, I think.
Yeah.
Even, 15 count, but like, it's not a minimum despite kind of being on the lower end in high cards.
Yeah, now... So I think if West pushes on with 4 diamonds...
I think, with knowing that the Heart Void is opposite Heart Strength, West should just be passing, but it's a lot easier to say looking at all 4 hands.
Really? I mean, I don't think it matters much that the Heart Void's opposite strength. I think, convert partners King of Clubs, Jack of Hearts into the club ace, and we're just cold for 6 diamonds. I mean, we're also cold for 6 no trump, right? We just have 12 top tricks.
Yeah, sure.
I think we do want to try as West.
I guess, right. And a partner doesn't have the King of Spades, even better, because that finesse rate's to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
So 4 diamonds by West. It depends if this is some sort... I know a lot of these pairs play some sort of like kickback or optional key card sort of things. I like 4 hearts if it's just like a natural cubid. So 4 hearts, 4 spades. Now the pressure's over to East to try and decide what to do. Okay, at some point the VuGraph operator can stop giving running commentary. As Craig pointed out, it's not so clear East-West are in trouble if they get to 6 diamonds, and they do get to 6 diamonds.
Yeah, unfortunately, 6 diamonds by West.
Oh, 6 diamonds. West bid 4 diamond. You're right. Oh, man. Okay.
So that 3 heart bid actually won the board for North-South because it stopped them from being able to accept the transfer.
Well, wait. Can't Declare make this if there's a heart lead?
How?
We run all of the diamonds, pitching 2 clubs and a heart from East.
I see. Yeah. Squeeze South in their own suits.
Wait, and unless I'm off by a trick.
So how about we put in the 10 of hearts and try to strip squeeze South?
Right. That's the play, right? We put in the 10 of hearts, South covers with the queen, and now we run. Yeah. I was right. Like a heart lead lets the snake.
But North does have the queen jack 10 of clubs. Let's see if he finds one of those.
That's true. Yeah. So a heart, a spade, or it has to be a club lead. He does find the club lead. Okay. Man, I actually really wanted to see Declare play it on... Steph doesn't see the make on a heart lead. We have 11 tricks, and what squeeze operates when we have 2 losers, Steph? Sorry, just, clearing my throat to be a better commentator here. Not this one? What the We stick in the 10 of hearts, we ruff, we run 6 diamonds, pitching a heart and 2 clubs from ace hand. We play 3 rounds of spades, ending in dummy, and we're in a 3-card end position with the ace jack of hearts and the king of clubs. Your move.
Right. If you unguard the hearts run, and if you don't, you can get thrown in with the ace of clubs, which is now stiff.
Yeah, go home, Steph. You're drunk. Get out of here. Technically, the same squeeze operates on a non-heart lead. You just have to cross to ace hand and trumps and lead the jack of hearts, forcing a cover, and then you reach the same position. And you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I was going to pull up the Gibb analysis on the hand, but I won't, because I want to leave viewers confused as to whether or not I'm telling the truth.
I mean, if I saw it, there's a good chance that it's not actually there, because I'm pretty bad with those positions.
Yeah. All right. It's true. The club lead from north is quite nice. You know,
Yeah.
kind of looking back at it,
Yeah, Gibb agrees.
Craig, you ruin all the fun. But
It was available to everyone.
yeah, that's true. But having now thought about that, after the 2 club overcall, if I could see both of the east-west hands, the line of play I think is actually quite marked and clear. So I would be pretty happy to be in 6 diamonds from east if I could see both hands after the 2 club overcall showing majors. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, is it possible the South could have a hand like 5-5-1-2 without the ace of clubs? Maybe.
He could, but I mean, like, yes, it's definitely possible, but then you could decide to lead a club to the king later.
Right.
Not good at lines that have a 0% chance of being played at the table. No. I think I would have made that hand at the table.
I think whether or not it would be found at the table, it is eminently findable at the table.
Yeah.
Like like in the finals of Bermuda Bowl, you would expect them to find that line. Probably like in the finals of the Platinum Pairs, that would be found in more tables than not.
I disagree. You like just taking the club finesse. I don't know. South is overcalled.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm on your side of this one, Rob. I think the ace of clubs is probably at least 80% to be in South.
Yeah. North raised. Yeah, I mean, it's true. North did raise. I don't know what that was about. I mean, North could have 5 hearts. Would North not have a heart on her? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, on to board 26. So 1 board down. North-South are moving up the score table after that one. East-West get to 3 clubs, and North-South never really got going in this auction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have... certainly seems like North-South should be finding their way to 3 spades, and they're not in solid 9-card fit. And they make a game, right? Or even an overtrick in 4 spades.
Yeah, I wonder, would you have rebid 2 hearts or 2 spades as South?
I don't know. With Ace King Jack 9 8 6, I like 2 hearts.
Okay. So then who should be bidding again? Do you think it's North?
Yeah, like maybe it is just tough. I mean, obviously, if you can bid 2 spades weak, that would solve this problem, but that's masterminding a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your operator saying he prefers direct 2 spades, like, that's great, but if that's not what it means, it's not what it means.
Yeah. So Ace of Hearts leads, Singleton Diamond switch.
Yeah, I don't think two spades by South is attractive compared to two hearts.
Diamond switch. Hmm. I'm not sure how I feel about this diamond switch from South. I mean, this that ace queen fifth of diamonds and our king of clubs being in the pocket is not looking like we should play for a passive defense.
Well, and partner could have the queen of clubs, and then we'll get a ruff, or he could have the king of diamonds, and the Claire has to guess right now. Like it's kind of unfortunate that East has as strong a hand as he actually has.
Well, I mean, East did bid three clubs, right?
He bid three clubs over a takeout double.
You don't think 2-0 would have been Lebensal?
I mean, maybe, but might not have been no partner you pick. Like Lebensold does make a ton of sense when it's already just a balancing type situation. Like Lebensold is very good for showing whether they have a good hand or not, but here that's not the main consideration. The main consideration is just getting to our best fit.
Yeah.
Like once we've effectively decided we don't have a game, which I think we have by earlier actions, then the value of showing a good hand via Lebensold goes way down.
Well, this is a disaster for East West. I mean, now they've had two disasters in a row.
A disaster for East West.
Yeah, they're just down two, right?
Are they?
Yeah, they're gonna get Diamond Rough.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like, Declare didn't take the club finesse, despite South being the opening bidder.
Yeah, that's weird.
And
No, he did.
no, he didn't. He led the Queen of Clubs to the ace.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
I saw him lead the Queen of Clubs and didn't realize he hadn't run it.
yeah, this.
Wow.
Now, I mean, North might be worried because North could just cash out and get down one. But, man.
Yeah.
Steph is tripling down on just taking the club finesse on the previous board. I think club finesse is a fine line. I like to read into the opponent's bids, and
Yeah.
sometimes I go down because of it, but I find I come out ahead more often than not. Well, those are two pretty... I guess it's not entirely true that minus 200 is going to be terrible for East-West. North-South do, as you pointed out, have game in both majors available to them.
I guess, from East's point of view, once they're threatening a diamond rough, like, you really didn't want it to go club finesse losing diamond rough, but of course, like, that's exactly what happened, so.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, you're gaining specifically against exactly singleton king or king doubleton of clubs offside, and you're losing whenever the opening bidder just has the king of clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fair point from Steph. That was never my policy, but I do totally understand from the perspective of playing professionally that if your sponsor comes up with a line of play that would have made the contract and you do not take it and you go down, then that's terrible for you.
Is the world, yeah, that's true.
I have absolutely no issue, I never had an issue with not getting hired again, of taking a line of play that I thought was right, and I frequently got yelled at for this, but yeah, it's true. No one calls you an idiot. People, so there's only two outcomes for me if I did this in a tournament, and both are bad. One, I go down when the club finesse is on, and two, I make it and then get reported for cheating. And these are the only two possible outcomes, and there's no winning scenario. Three Three no's a lot of no trump on queen third of spades, but
He might be a little tilted after the last couple hands.
that's possible. But wasn't this like mostly his fault? I mean, board 25, I guess not really. His partner got to six diamonds, but I think understandably so. And then, well, I mean, it's a good spot. North does not have an entry to put a spade through. I mean, things would be a lot different if North had ace doubleton or king doubleton of spades. Then, but even then, South might not lead a spade against this auction from ace jack fifth or king jack fifth.
And South certainly taking his time rather than just immediately leading high spade, but yep, there he is.
Yeah, king of spades. Hey, ATN. Good evening. Our East West both amateurs. I know that is meant to as a like are either of them being hired to play in this event, and they are not, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think actually neither of them ever sponsor. I think East is a real estate developer and West is I think a doctor. Like they both have plenty of means, but I think they always play amateur.
I think Mitch plays pro sometimes.
It's possible.
I'm certain Mitch plays pro because he plays on teams with Josh Don.
I see.
Or at least he used to back when I played. Like whenever I went to the West Coast, he would play on Josh's teams.
It's also possible that he's playing neither pro nor sponsor, just like a good player who's available and willing to play for free because he's wealthy.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now heart to the 9, yeah? Probably not. You've heard that one of East West is a half-bald pro from Atlanta? A very tall half-bald pro from Atlanta who's a comedian. Yes.
Yeah, I do not believe that is the case.
So, I guess North having the heart queen is enough to prevent us from scoring all that many more tricks than just running the clubs and taking the heart ace. I was wondering if there's any chance in this end position that we can score an extra trick somehow. Like, we come down to 3 cards and South really can only keep... Yeah, there's no way. I mean, we would have had to play for 6-1 spades, and that was never happening. Still, probably a nice result from East-West. I mean, getting to 3-0 on their cards is not easy. Maybe it is easy. They got there in 2 bids. Okay, I stand corrected. But not everyone would bid 3-0 with East's hand.
I mean, I'm not sure that's true. Like, what's your better alternative?
Like 2 spades, I guess.
And then partner does something, and we bid 3-0 trump because then we're in the same position anyway. Like,
yeah, yeah. I guess we can never get clubs in the picture,
right?
So. This is kind of a nice squeeze. If South had the king, queen of hearts, then South was legitimately squeezed here.
Yeah.
What's a 3 club bid? Presumably...
In fact, this finesse is, as it turns out, it's totally safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 clubs would be like 10 points in a similar hand, but not as strong as this hand.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'd certainly even want to be able to do it on like ace queen jack six of clubs and out, just in the hope the party can bid three no trump.
Mm-hmm. All right, 430. Nice King of Hearts discard from South. That's true. Yeah. I do respect a lot players who make it easier on their partner on defense. Like when you know what's going on and you know your partner needs to hold a certain card, make sure you clue them in that that card's important as early as possible. So last board of today's set, and then there's going to be 2 more pair sets tomorrow. West, first seat favorable.
No.
No? No what?
I mean, first of all, if you open a week 2 bid, in which suit?
I know, that's what I'm wondering. Looks like a 3 diamond preempt. See? 1 spade. We have votes for 1 spade and 3 diamonds. I actually don't know if Steph is serious. Pass by West. Chicken. Alright, so 1 club could be short. Steph is trolling. Week 2. What sort of amateur hour is this? 1 heart, or 1 diamond showing hearts by South. Now what?
And hands like this are why people play 2 suited opening bids, right?
Yeah. Alright, 1 heart by West. We did it. Take out of hearts. Take out of hearts?
Yeah, I think that's pretty common.
Yeah, but does West have a take out of hearts?
I mean, he has a take out of both suits, which is what he's trying to show, right?
Sure. 2 clubs,
And
pass.
maybe he should be bidding a no trump, to get everything
Oh my god,
started.
East! He's gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say, East is gonna lose his mind at this auction.
I really kind of like 1 no as West because this takeout bid didn't have to be 5-5, but 1 no does.
Yeah. Brad likes 1 hearts natural, double take out of hearts, 2 hearts Michaels.
Yeah, some people will play that way. I think, I don't know. I had this discussion with Chris before Chicago, maybe. Kind of like, what do you do in these positions now they're becoming so common? And even though a lot of people like to play the double as take out of hearts and 1 heart is natural, he thinks that that's dumb, and, he's thought much more deeply about it than I have. So, if he thinks that's the right way to play, then it's good enough for the likes of me.
Diamond opening lead. I mean, diamond opening lead is nice. Now West can cash 2 diamonds, and I mean, West kind of needs to cash 2 diamonds. That's not true.
South doesn't have a quick entry.
Yeah, South doesn't have an entry. That's a fair point.
Yeah, the Jack of Spades is kind of an entry, but in a much more important sense, kind of isn't.
Yeah.
He can score his 4th trump if declare. I mean, yeah, it's actually interesting. So, on a different lead, like, Declare might actually have a little bit of hope if, weirdly he played ace king and straight and saw the queen drop, because he doesn't have to have all 4 clubs, right? He could have ace and queen third.
Yep.
I guess then it wouldn't matter, because then he's still in to play another diamond, so Declare still doesn't get to the king of hearts.
Yeah, right. But it does seem like Declarer is going to accidentally pick up the spade suit. Per force. Yeah. He has no entries to South's hand.
And by virtue of having no choice, yeah.
I kind of understand North's frustration with being in 3 clubs doubled here. I mean, partner has put down a balanced Yarborough for him and took a call in the auction.
Yeah, and a little unfortunate, of course. South's bidding was totally normal. It's just a horrible fit for North South.
Yeah.
I North didn't have to bid clubs a third time. Like, right, he's shown six of them. Dad, does he really have to show a seventh?
Oh my god, the spade switch?
I don't know. Do you like three clubs by North? I kind of don't.
The three clubs by North? No,
Yeah.
I hate it. It's terrible. We're
Yeah.
vulnerable. This is just like I'm playing in a club game and the opponents never double me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening.
All right, take care, Shift. Thanks for stopping by.
Cool. Yep. Thanks for giving with us.
All right, Steph, I will challenge you after this board, or after we take a look at results. And you know what? I'll do it before we take a look at results. I can play through the four-board challenge quick. To be fair, North-South's score is representative of playing in a club game. Aren't they? So they were in fourth place coming into this round, and then they got board 25 is a huge result for them. 26, I'm not sure, right? We don't know how many players got to four of a major. See how hard Steph kicked my ass? Yeah, that does tend to happen.
I mean, he can't take this finesse.
No, like
this is like the biggest sucker play in the world.
Yeah, it really is. But he's giving it a long think. I don't blame West for trying, I guess. Maybe he quickly worked out that there was no danger.
Yeah, but he should be playing the 3 and not the 7, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't.
Not that it really
matter.
matters. Like,
no.
It's all irrelevant. But yeah, if you take this finesse, you are, you're just outing yourself as the biggest sucker in bridge.
Yeah. Declare had no entry to take this finesse. West has a clear ace of diamonds exit if he didn't want to allow Declare.
Yeah, like if they're Grosvenor-ing you, they're Grosvenor-ing you.
Yeah. And there's no chance that spades are 6-1. East would have led a singleton. So.
Right. Good point. But also, the defense has no reason to do this except to push you around.
Yes. Although, I will say, in weak fields, and I thought this was going to be a good event. I mean, there are some good players. Okay, Declare does get the spade suit right. In weak fields, you do want to take advantage of all possible mistakes that your opponents can make. That's
sure,
why
it's clearly the right play by West.
Yeah.
Just Declare she just never fall for it.
Yes. But I think this is a big difference between players who win a lot of these events and players who are maybe from a technical standpoint equally strong to players that win the events but don't put their opponents to enough guesses or enough questions basically. All right. Well, 28 boards down. Okay, I said I was going to pause and do a thing.
200 was a nice result for East West.
Yeah, short break to take a look at these scores, and then I will be playing Steph. So thank you, Craig, for joining me. And
yeah, I'll sign off a voice now, but stick around for the big challenge.
Great. Okay. Yeah. And I'll see you tomorrow, I guess, at some point for round 3.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know when you want to kick off. But I can't stay this late. I've got dinner plans and need to leave my house by 4:30. But
sounds
I can
good.
stick around for more of it.
All right.
Bye.
See ya. All right. So we do have that Sorval and Aurild Nas are currently leading. And then, of course, in second was the pair we just saw. Fourth is Mitch Dunitz and Ifti Bakai. A couple of other notable players up here, we got Matty Brown and Steve Rain have dropped to 57, but still a solid start. Zach Grossack, Ewan McNay, close to 58. Okay,